All right, we're back for the first time. How you guys doing, man? What up, though?
What's up, everybody? Long time no see.
Little mini hiatus. A few events came down, you know. A little Art Basel, a little. Didn't we have a whole storm happen too?
A few things. A few things kicked off, but we're back, back like we never left. Yeah, man. A lot of stuff been going on. A lot of things to talk about. I hope everybody's been good. Yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, it's been pretty spicy.
Yeah, as we're watching this Suns game, CP3, his name's come up a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot on the TMZs and the internet papers and the shade rooms and the Hollywood Unlocks. And
to find him trending without playing basketball for a while.
That's crazy. He's in now.
He's finally
it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, he wanted to get out the household. He was like, man.
Kanye alluded to the fact. Kanye West has been in the news a lot. We'll probably touch on this also. He alluded to the fact that he caught Kim Kardashian and Chris Paul sleeping together.
Yep.
And that's pretty much the basis of that's pretty much the basis of it. Like there's no he really didn't allude to it. He pretty much just said it, right?
Yeah.
And
he said before he signs off with Twitter.
Yeah.
He did the mic drop. And yeah, I literally, it was the most randomest thing waking up to see that as that's trending. You know what I'm saying? That was super random. I'm sorry. I just wasn't expecting.
The memes have been ridiculous. The tweets about it, the talks about this has been crazy. And the crazy part is we got to go back to last year about this, right?
So they're saying this went down last year?
Had to. Yeah.
Huh.
Last year. At least last year, because this is how petty Drake is. Right?
Uh-huh.
Drake pushed his album back.
Uh-huh.
Kanye dropped before him, in August of last year.
The whole Donda.
Drake pushed his album back, Certified Lover Boy, till September 3rd. Why? Chris Paul's number is 3. Right? I don't know if anybody remembers this, but Drake posted a picture when it dropped, and him and 2 of his boys were all in Chris Paul jerseys. That's how much of a troll this nigga is.
Oh, he is did you hear about what he did when he seen Jay-Z and Beyonce at the...
I told you that.
Yeah, right? That's funny. So, yeah, he's just on that.
He gave them lemonade.
Yeah, here's some lemonade. You know what I'm saying? He really should have had a date called Becky, too. That would have been the topic. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how petty this nigga Drake is, man. It's crazy. And then he alludes to even more stuff
he's a troll with money. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh.
He's a troll with a lot of money.
And then he said, I only link with the ops because of Jay Prince.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not okay. I can understand why both sides tend to.
That's the craziest thing ever to me, bro. That's how petty this nigga is.
Probably have some of these later. Yeah, no, he's definitely petty though. When it comes down to keeping grudges, that's why honestly, if I'm in the game and I'm a rapper, I'm probably not trying to. You should have probably
don't get on his bad side.
Yeah, don't get on his bad side. It's not really.
It's not really worth it.
Yeah, it's man, you know what? Just go ahead and fold him. He's actually the mafia that Kanye rapes about more than the mafia themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's nuts. This nigga is on his head, bro. To the fact where Kanye, remember on Drink Champs, he said Drake is the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah, no, I think he beat him into submission on this one. Not that Donda wasn't a great album.
I'm not even talking about the album. I'm just talking about everything else.
Just everything else.
Not even the music. I'm just talking about.
I feel like Drake. This is the rap game is The Simpsons, and he's Nelson Muntz. Just pointing at you and laughing every time. You know what I'm saying? And there's not much times where you see him take an L, if any. And even when he does, I don't know, he tends to spin it pretty well.
What L?
Okay. It's not real L's. It's like little.
What
like,
L has he? What L has he taken?
It's not real L's. It's not real L's. It's literally like an air ball. You know what I'm saying? An air ball. He had a couple wobblers, like a little funny style wobblers, like, you know, bad throws, if you will. Like when you had the left field with Meek Mill, you're like, ooh, maybe, and then he came back, right? And then Pusha T, same thing.
You can't even say Drake never took an L. Push. He never took an L with Meek.
No, I'm talking about when it first happened. Like it was affecting him. Like,
you're talking about
just the initial.
You're talking about when
the initial of both of them.
You're talking about when the whatchamacallits came out.
Yeah, like the Quentin Miller shit.
The Quentin Miller shit.
It hurt him for a second, but his comeback game is great. Like is unmatched, really. You know what I'm saying? Because the same thing. Common even kind of put something. His Common was like now by far the weakest of all of them, right? Because Stay Scheming.
He took Common's bitch, bro. Fuck out of here.
I know. We talk about the backpackers of the day. They were trying to be on his side, right? Drake came out with Stay Scheming, and niggas was like, "Damn, he barred you up."
He destroyed him.
You know what I'm saying? So now I
haven't seen Drake take an L yet, bro.
No, I'm just talking about. I'm just talking about initially.
I don't even think he's lost a battle, bro. He's absorbed some offense.
No, a lot. Like these are most of those hits. If it's another artist, most of those hits on anybody else.
Nigga, Drake is like Ali, man. He rope-a-dope-a-dope.
I know. Bro. I'm just saying. Most of those hits for any other artist, they would have been taken out. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these it's a good lineup of people you kind of battled. You know what I'm saying? Like Common is a reputable person to battle against. You go against Meek Mill, you would think that's a reputable person to battle against, and then you go against fucking Pusha T. Pusha T. Kendrick was like not necessarily. That was just Kendrick just throwing out like I'm fucking everybody up in the industry if we get on the mic.
He didn't fuck Drake up.
He just literally said that one thing, and that was it.
Kendrick know better.
That was literally his version of how to rob the industry with everybody on the song with him besides Drake. I don't look at that Kendrick thing as like. I think to me, honestly, Drake took that harder than he probably should have because realistically, I don't think Kendrick was like, I have issues with you or any problems with you. You just, it's like, if you get on the mic, right, or get on the basketball court, you should feel like you're the best ever. Doesn't matter, and they're near the same class. I don't think anybody that's in the same class with Drake should feel like Drake is better than them if you're actually active in rapping. That's just my personal opinion. You should feel like you're the best at your craft. You shouldn't down the person. You shouldn't talk shit about them. I'm just saying you should feel that way. You should have that confidence. It should come in your voice and all that. And I think with that, Kendrick was just like, nigga, whoever, Drake, Wale, he just kind of was just starting to throw out names there. That's why.
That's unrealistic, though. That's like, I'm a realist, right? And I'm pretty pragmatic. I think that's unrealistic. If you're in the NBA, right?
Uh-huh.
It's hard to kind of put this into context right now. You kind of have to put this shit in context with niggas at their apex, right?
All right.
It's impossible for you to think that you were better than LeBron circa 2005 to 2012. Listen. LeBron was the best player in the world.
That's based off of stats and opinions. I'm talking about the person.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, you could feel that way.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But it's not realistic.
That's all I'm saying.
It's not realistic.
Could you the way Gilbert Arenas was shooting not those years, but the years at his apex? How much? Like he gave Kobe 60. You know what I'm saying? Even though people was like Kobe's the best in the game right now, you're still gonna come with it because it's like, man, all right, y'all talking about like this dude's that dude. I'm going to come here and show y'all. So you see flashes like that, you're going to see people step up their game.
But Kobe's still the best nigga. Yeah. Gilbert knew that Kobe was still the best nigga in the league.
Yes, but I'm still
going to... he said that.
Yeah, but I'm still going to show you that I got 60 for you, and I feel like I'm the best. But when it's all said and done, yes, he might be the best, but... every time he steps on that court, he gonna have to sweat. He's gonna have to he's gonna have to lift up his shorts and really get down and work. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not gonna be no cakewalk. There's gonna be a real deal battle every time we step on the court. Like, every time you step on the court with me, man, I'm like, man, I hate this motherfucker, man. I really don't like playing against him. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is. It's just something like, you know, it's just competitive spirit. So I looked at that, especially when you see people talk about hip hop all the time. That's more of original school thinking, realistically. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's competitive, this and that. And even the guys today, you see 21 Savage versus like Kodak. He was like, I feel like I'm the best in my class. You know what I'm saying? It's just how people feel. And there's going to be some people like, well, Lil Uzi still has like maybe a bigger song. Who knows? I mean, there's going to be people battling that and those thoughts. And it's just up for debate and topics.
He can feel like he's the best in his class, but he know he not better than Drake. And that's what I'm talking about, being realistic. What's saying I'm the best in my class?
But you're thinking about Drake's whole career when he said that. Like, at that point in time, their accolades and everything was very on par. Like, it was literally right there. Anytime Kendrick would play and Drake would play, they were getting the same numbers. It took Drake literally coming out consistently and consistently doing it. Kendrick will fall back and, you know, take some years off or whatever. Drake is consistently giving you club hits, giving you all-purpose hits all across the board. And this is how, to me, he actually is the best artist. But you have to wait till the end of the career sometimes too, or you have to wait until a little bit more time. But at that point in time, it was just like, hey,
I'm talking about 21 Savage. 21 Savage can say, I feel like I'm the best. He's the best in my class, right? Because he's realistic. He would never say, I feel like I'm the best right now.
I mean, obviously he's got Drake and he knows what Drake does to his numbers. To me, is I don't think like everybody even knows like what Big and whatever Jay was the best rappers at the time, and niggas would still like I still had to write my hardest verse and like they always you know what I'm saying, those type
I never
of
thought Jay was the best.
I'm not talking. I'm just saying how niggas thought. I never said, hey, how Mark thought. I'm literally talking about how niggas was talking about it. It was
always Jay-Z versus Nas.
Guess why? Because those were the two biggest rappers at the time of, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they were highly covered. It's just what it is. Now, you're going to pick one and I may pick the other. You know, the Jay-Z, whatever. Like, I'm just going to go back to the main point is that when you really look at, oh yeah, this is ass beat. But yeah, the main point is that like when you really look at these two like battling, and I don't even think it was a battle. I just, like I said, I still think Drake took it harder than he needed to. Cause if he I thought he was going to have the better overall career anyways. Cause it was just more general songs overall that you could listen to. I could play some Drake in the car with some females. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't necessarily do that with Kendrick at that point in time. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And still, you really can't play much Kendrick with a chick anyways right now.
You can play that Kendrick featuring Drake, though.
No, you definitely can. But you gotta remember, though, like, that was a big song. And right after, not too long ago, long after, it was that freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Off, and then you heard Kendrick say what he said. And I was just like, okay. You know what I mean? I was just like, okay, I guess he could feel that way. We'll see. And I even said this too. Big Sean felt the way, this and that. And then I think he still did songs with him after the fact. It was like, oh, you still gonna do a song with him? It's like
oh man, about Big Sean. Big Sean is Pusha said this, so it's not news. Big Sean is a definite turncoat when it comes to loyalty.
Oh yeah.
He's a definite turncoat when it comes to loyalty. Like when they asked Pusha T about Big Sean, Pusha T was just like, psh, you know, I can't really talk for that man. But like when it was OVO versus Good Music.
Oh yeah. I mean, to me, good music had a way better lineup. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when it was that, like, it was
Drake versus Kanye, but then Pusha T is a real nigga, so he go
and he's an original. He comes from the original type of school too.
Everybody along the line is supposed to do the same thing, but not Sean.
But Pusha's been in the game for a while, so he comes from the era where if a record label or a group had issues with another group, that's just what it is. Or if it's just the heads or even the secondary or the third tier, it's just everybody.
It's everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like even Ross stood back until the Meek situation cleared. I don't think they had any songs until that whole.
Yeah, he was like he kept saying to y'all need to work it out.
Y'all need to work it out
because I'm pretty sure he had some Drake songs in the tuck.
He's like, y'all need to work it out, but. I'm riding with Meek. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, of course, like, yeah. And obviously, business wise, damn, it hurts. But, like, yeah, obviously, like, you're signing them. It was an easy decision. You gotta ride. And it's kind of weird because, like, in other music genres, you wouldn't ask an artist to do that. You know what I'm saying? RCA has a problem with freaking, let's say, Atlantic. I don't know, the cross branding or whatever, right? Let's just say
it's more familial when it comes to black stuff. Black music and hip hop. Like,
no, I know.
Hip hop is the biggest art form in the world, but it's also at its heart, it's a black thing.
Yeah. And it's
us against the world.
No, for sure. And that's the only part that I would say, like, damn, you wouldn't ask another singer versus another singer just because two A&Rs had problems, like, dealing with business or getting something cleared. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be that deep. It'd be like, man, all right, well, these two artists are big. This artist is big over here. This artist is big over here. Clear that damn thing now. You know what I'm saying? But if it's rappers, yeah, you gotta... All right, let's he ain't got a problem with him and he don't have a problem with him. So that's the part I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of music that doesn't come out because of that. And I wonder, like, if you have a what if mixtape, you know what I'm saying? Like, how hard would it be? You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine a Biggie and Pac mixtape.
They had songs together.
Yeah, like one or two, but like imagine all the other ones that would have came out during that time of. Not saying, or the other guys that are cool with each other, which that was true. Like you had Snoop cool with Puff for a good minute now. You know what I'm saying? So they could have had songs that, Snoop could have probably did some shit with Lil' Kim and, it was the old school shit. Now there's like, it would probably be like Lil Durk and, NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's
that beef is too crazy.
Yeah, that's some actual bloodshed shit.
That's some like. Well, I mean, most of the beef now is on some bloodshed shit.
Yeah, that's the only problem with.
Could you imagine an all Jacksonville mixtape?
Oh man, it would sound pretty good, but damn, it'd be a pretty
or an all Chicago All Stars mixtape.
Man, they missed out on that opportunity. I'll say that. Chief Keef technically had an all-star like group and the people around him though. I'll say
too
that.
Much beef.
But there was too much like internal beef too, because it was like I never heard enough like Chief Keef and Lil Durk songs, right? Never heard enough of those, and never heard enough of like Little Reese and all those guys together. They should have had probably a whole lot more songs together. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know all the inner workings of that, but I know they had to be like some cousin of cousin like issues to where they couldn't be around each other as much as they would like to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that part definitely sucks. But yeah,
Lucci and Thug on a song.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, shit. Icy was good with Gucci and Jeezy. Imagine more of those. You know what I'm saying? Especially how they started advancing like after the first couple albums too. So just imagine their second or third album, them coming out another song together. Right around that time, they were like on fire.
Yeah,
they're on fire by that time. Their actual rap skills got to a good point. Their beats were on, like they got the best beats. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, like it's pretty crazy though. Like. Looking at Chris Paul on TV, I'm sorry to go. It just cut off my whole point. But looking at Chris Paul on TV,
they just keep showing Chris Paul.
I kind of wonder.
They're losing by like 40 points right now. Just put this out there. So it's all everything's starting to make sense, right?
So does Chris Paul live in Calabasas?
I mean, he was in LA for a long time. Remember that.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm, right?
So
Chris Paul used to live in LA for a very long time. So
I think Kanye got it wrong. It might have been Cliff. It might have been Cliff. Yeah.
That's wild though. She's smashing Chris Paul, but it depends on when this happened. You know what I mean? Because Kanye they were separated for a minute, but still, you know what I mean? He's married. Like it's man. Kardashians do love them some black boys though.
Yeah, it's getting pretty crazy with these like married couples shit going on. I ain't gonna sit there and lie.
Marriage ain't the same no more. Like listen.
Like that whole Good Morning America couple or whatever.
Oh man. Oh, they were that don't count. They were separated from their people.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
That was the underlying, but they still got let go.
Yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to fraternize. I mean, it became a thing. You know what I mean? So
conduct detrimental to
the organization.
Yeah, like hey man,
it became a thing. So once it became a thing, all bets is off.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I guess, because I mean, what sucks is that if they're not having no issues and their other people's not having no issues, then what does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? Unless there's like something in the contract when you sign that, like, hey, you're not really supposed to fraternize or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't actually in the workplace is.
Yeah, I don't know how a married couple like. On a TV show,
I'll say this: a married couple can work in the workplace as long as they don't work like that close together. Like,
yeah, but they were the hosts.
No, for sure. But like, there's how long are you really on set together? You know what I'm saying?
That's why they started dating, because they were on set together all day. It's Good Morning America.
How long is that show run? I'm just wondering. Like
2 to 4 hours. I'm assuming.
So they're together 6 hours daily a week. I'll give them like
more than that.
2 hours of production.
Pre-production is like 3 hours.
Okay,
and then there's hair and makeup.
Yeah,
and then they train and ran the New York City Marathon together.
Oh yeah. That's probably what sealed the deal. Them training together and like the out of office stuff is probably what really sealed the deal. Because I mean,
after like shit like Matt Lauer and stuff like that, I don't think they want to take any chances. Personally,
yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just like, man.
No, listen. I mean for hosting TV, I'm talking about more of a regular office, because I've seen that actually work. Like, a husband might work in the mail department, mailing out department, shipping department, and then you have one working accounting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they see each other. They got to hand each other orders, but
that's different if you own your own business or shit like that. But like on TV, I think it's a little different.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, like I would say, yeah, it is a little different with the host. It all depends. Like, Good Morning America is America's show, so you eventually don't want those problems, because it's like, all right, if they actually have a real argument before set, can they actually go on set and, like just hold it down and just be professional and go through the whole set 3 hours, no problems, and nobody would know a thing? That may get a little dicey. So it kind of sucks if you lose both hosts at the same time, though, too. Like, you have to find a double replacement, like another Strahan-ish and basically another black guy, another white girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what's been. You think they're going to switch up the whole the whole layout then? Because that's been running for some years now.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, brunette, blonde.
Yeah, it's probably there's going to be
6 foot,
a Caucasian, an ethnic person, an Asian somewhere.
No, for sure. I'm thinking it's going to be. It's definitely going to be a over 6 foot tall black guy for sure. Like, we're going to put that out there. Blonde or brunette.
They might as well move in Michael Strahan or something like that.
I mean, what is he doing now?
I have no clue.
I know he
works for Fox, so it's a different network.
He's getting a lot of money now. Like, I know that.
Big bucks.
Yeah,
he's a weirdo too. You remember what Eddie Murphy? What was it? Nicole Murphy? She said that he put a tracker in their car.
Huh?
When they were dating.
This is Giants Strahan. Yeah.
Nah, it's post
Giants
when he was on TV.
Damn. Damn. Okay. Okay. Stray. I actually didn't remember that.
He was putting trackers.
The only news I heard about Michael Strahan was his teeth. You know, I think he closed the gap, right? Didn't he?
Did he?
I think he might.
I don't know. I don't really.
He was thinking
when
about
it comes to like NFL, I don't watch morning TV.
I really don't.
Every day, only thing I watch.
I was happy for him that he got the job. Though.
Like the only thing that I watch,
you know what I'm saying? I was happy for him.
Live is sports.
Yeah.
That's it.
For the most part,
sports and sports programming. Like
I don't think I watch TV live. I mean, the news every so often. If
it's a hurricane, if it's a hurricane, some type of natural disaster, pandemic stuff, I watch the news. Election stuff, I watch the news. But other than that,
not gonna lie, those Trump years was pretty good to watch.
I watch sports. That's the only thing. That's pretty much the only thing I watch live.
Those Trump years was pretty fun to watch on the news. Though I'm not gonna lie, when he would say some like wild stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are some pretty funny times. No, man, but shoot, back to Kanye though, man. Yeah, he's definitely been on a run, man.
He's been on a run.
What do you think about?
They took all his money pretty much.
Nah, but like his latest run is kind of crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. He does things for shock value. Yeah, this is all pure shock value because I think he made a Kanye swastika looking thing and got banned back off of Twitter. Okay, so right? I don't want to make it seem that I'm anti-Semitic or anything like that, but like the swastika isn't a bad symbol. The Nazis may have used it, but the swastika is actually a Buddhist symbol, if I'm not mistaken. It's like ancient Chinese. My phone is going through an update right now, but if you Google the origins of the swastika, it will tell you in plain English where it came from. Right? I don't know if this is where Kanye was going with this, but the thing I do know about Kanye is that he does things for shock value. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get too much of a following on that one. I'll say that. Like I ain't gonna lie, because he ended up getting kicked off real quick off of Twitter. Got his shit back and got kicked right off after that one. I understand it. Yeah, I can kind of understand it because of, like I said, what the Nazis were about. And I think that symbol just got tainted all the way around. You know what I'm saying? That logo is pretty much done, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you can have something in good faith, but, you know, it's kind of like, all right, I ain't going to speak on the gang culture, but, like, let's say how the gang started out originally, right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's to protect the neighborhoods, making sure we got all the things we need in the neighborhoods, X, Y, and Z. You know, that started out in the West Coast, so on and so forth, right? But, you know, to now's perception, today's perception, even the kids going into gangs have no clue what that was for. You know what I'm saying? They going in more on spinning the block. So realistically, even you right now probably ain't gonna be like, yeah, gang culture. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna really be standing up for gang culture because the symbolism of it right now ain't really the best and fashionable look to society. So it's kind of the same mindset when things can get tainted, and I look at that symbol, it's like it's tainted now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, it's tainted. Tell that to somebody that's Chinese. I mean, if they use it currently, I just haven't necessarily seen them use it currently. No, I'm not saying that they do. I'm just saying, how could you say that to somebody that's Chinese when that's of their culture? Oh yeah. If they currently use it, regardless if they currently use it or not. I don't know if they do or not. I can't tell them anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that things can't be tainted. I don't know much. I don't know what's going on in China. I don't know who uses what symbols or what, but I do know I'm not talking where it came from. No, I'm saying it's Chinese. You could say that about maybe the Western part of the world, but you can't tell that shit to a Chinese person. Anybody could feel any way about anything being said, seen, expressed, or anything like that. Now, it's your choice for you to want to display it and see what emotions you want to evoke. Chinese got too much money for them to say shit. Point blank, period. For sure. But I haven't seen them personally. Me, I haven't necessarily seen that symbol of them using it currently. You know what I'm saying? Like even on World Soccer or any of those type of platforms, I just haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case and that's their flag, then if they want to use it, whatever.
The flag thing, I want to say it's like a Buddhist symbol.
Yeah, if it's
Let me double check. I'm gonna Google it right now.
Yeah, if that's their religious symbol, then I have no problem with that. But what about the other side of what I was saying? More than the swastika thing, it's like the gang thing. What would you say to that? You know, gangsters, of course, going to be like, nah, we do good things in the neighborhood, things like that too. There's definitely more than two sides of a coin on this. You know what I'm saying? But you understand what I mean about the gang thing too, right? Mm-hmm. Like how it started, and you know, like I said, it could get tainted just based off of, it could be propaganda too, but it is what it is. It's tainted now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't think any civilian would just want to say, hey, gang culture, gang flags.
The swastika symbol or the swastic symbol, equilateral crosses with arms bent at right angles in all the same rotary direction, usually clockwise. The swastika as a symbol of prosperity and good fortune is widely distributed throughout the ancient and modern world. That's what it says about the swastika when you just Google it. Has nothing to do, it doesn't mention the Nazis. Because they use it doesn't make it a bad symbol. Now, what Elon did kicking Kanye off, that's called censorship. And if he wants to take it that way, he can, but this is what it says right here.
I got that. Now here's the other side of the coin, right? Because, you know, I am going to play the devil's advocate. So we don't, what does the Confederate flag mean, or that symbol? If we could look that up. You know what I'm saying?
What the Confederate flag means?
Yeah, just like the symbol. Like what
you use your phone, bro? Okay. I'm not your personal computer.
You had Google up, so I just figured you could pull that up real fast, a lot faster for the people. But Confederate flag meaning. Let's see. So it just says in 1860 and 1861, 11 southern states seceded from the United States to protect the institution of slavery, forming the Confederate States of America and sparkling the U.S. Civil War. After the war, their flag was adopted as a symbol of Southern heritage at the same time as it represented slavery and white supremacy. So it's like two
That's
coins.
what it is. It's the Southern heritage is slavery and white supremacy. They just want to veil it as Southern pride. This isn't veiled. It's not the swastika isn't a veiled thing.
That's what I'm saying. But I get that. But I don't. Was that symbol ever used before?
What?
Just like that Confederate X or anything, or did they ever get it from like?
I have no clue.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
All I know is they created it specifically because they didn't want to end slavery and white people.
No, for sure. It was
our superior.
I just
race.
look at that as that we look at that originally as a horrible symbol, right? You know what I'm saying? Just because of what it represented and what it came out of.
What, the Confederate flag?
Yeah. Just overall.
Yeah, it's always like there is no, like, that's why they started taking down all the Confederate monuments and all of this stuff, because there is no positive. There was no positive beginnings for that symbol. It wasn't
for sure.
They didn't take something from ancient times that was good and it means prosperity because they want prosperity, and it got turned into something else. It's not the same. You can't. It's not really the same.
No, and I agree, but you have to okay. And we know that this whole swastika thing got turned into something else. It
didn't get turned because they just use it. It didn't.
They were the biggest promoter of that. You know what I'm saying? Because of how many countries they literally took over.
It didn't get. It's not like it got. Okay, they didn't promote.
They literally had
a swastika. They used a symbol that means something.
I know, and I'm just saying
for them.
For them, yes, and it means for them. It actually probably meant prosperity, whatever, right? I'm just saying the result of their actions as a whole, because they were doing marches, they were taking over countries and all of that, it basically tainted how people think of that flag. That's all I'm saying. Just overall, like you could just watch any video. Everybody, every
sorry,
arm,
hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me. I don't want to say wrong information. It's Hinduism. That's where it came from originally.
No, I got it. It came from.
I don't want to say it's Chinese or Buddhist. I don't want to make.
Okay, yeah.
It's Hinduism. That's where it came from originally. So instead of Chinese people, I'd like them to tell that to India. This is a bad symbol and not to have it anywhere. And I'm pretty sure they have it in places, and I'm pretty sure they use it currently. I can probably see.
Yeah, probably on that side. I'm just saying, definitely right now, where in America we probably ain't gonna see too much of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna cause quote unquote too much confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Could you understand that even if that's what he was going for, that's going to cause confusion, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, of course, that's the shock value part of Kanye that we're speaking of. You feel me?
This is the Hindu American Foundation, and they use it currently.
Nice.
The swastika.
But not like in the ones that everybody sees, like with the red, white circle, black, and all that. It looks a little different. It looks like it has a hand symbol in the whole nine. Like a little bit. The structure of that one's a little different. Not saying the swastika itself, but the things around it. Like I seen it within a hand, right?
No. The swastika's in the middle.
Oh, right, okay. I was looking at
in a white circle.
I was looking at the blue piece on the left side of it that you were showing. Yeah. Okay. So it's that plus the hand. It looks a little different, but it's there. It's there.
They have it tilted at like a 45-degree angle.
True.
That's what the Nazi symbol, I believe, is tilted at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah. Okay, so basically what I'm looking at here, like I said, there's some changes to it, nothing too crazy. Either way, if I look at it like this, though, it's kind of like the last, whoever promotes it last and is it's kind of like this. Whoever is the biggest person who promotes it is kind of like the leader of that look. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like
I said, in the Western world, yes.
Yeah.
But in Asia,
no, for sure.
Historically,
yeah, for sure.
Before the Nazis used it, I'm pretty sure the Asians.
It was a great symbol.
I'm pretty sure the Europeans knew what it was.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's fair. First off, for it to be automatically censored because Jewish people feel a way about it when that's not what the symbol is.
I think, with Kanye, though, putting it at the same colorway, the whole 45-degree angle thing, which it was, I did actually look at it, it was angled. You kind of know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he if you're going to call him a genius in one thing, he has to be smart enough to know the other, in my personal opinion. And plus, honestly, yeah, like, we already know things are censored. There's nothing that's not going to ever not be censored. And they whatever is deemed as quote unquote hate speech or whatever, that's what they're going to do. I'm just speaking reality of the fact. Like, this is me saying, huh? Which one? Is the YE? That was the one that Kanye put up? Nah, I seen one where it was red, black, and white, and it had YE with the curb, and it was like a yay / swastika symbol or some shit like that. I don't know. I
typed in Kanye swastika.
I could be wrong. I mean,
look, this is from the New York Post. Yeah, nah. There's no. Someone else may have did that, but this is what he posted.
Okay.
And yeah.
What is it? Which one is it? Let me see it.
It's a swastika inside a Star of David. And it's not at a 45. It's not at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, no, it's normal.
If it's normal, then hey, you know.
Like I'm saying, bro. Like, you're trying to bully people, and to avoid the bullying,
Elon isn't Jewish. I'm
not saying he is, but to avoid the bullying, he deals in money. Mm-hmm. So to avoid the bullying, he's gonna nip that in the bud. But what he posted, I'm sorry to say, isn't bad.
Yeah, no, from what I thought it was, like, I would have to pull it up, but what I seen, it was like a yay symbol, but it was curved to the side, you know, playing on the whole Nazi flag. That's why I was like, ugh. Yeah, dog, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I seen. So I was like, ugh, that, to me, yeah, you're playing too much to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, whatever he wants to explain on that, that's on him. You know what I mean? Like, he's kind of been on a shock tour a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
He's always been on a shock tour. But, yo, listen, I can understand. Oh, man, that's not even bad, bro. Like,
he said some things a few times, but I can't quite quote him. I've been trying to.
Yo, that's not, like, honestly, bro, if you put those two symbols together, bro, that's not bad at all. What he said, like, the meaning of these two symbols together is prosperity and stuff for the Star of David. That's literally what this means.
Yeah, I mean, then again, like I said, I think, to me, with the whole censorship, you got to know what, like, by now, though, Kanye got to know what's coming.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that's why.
Yeah, that's the only. I'm pretty sure
now. I'm pretty sure that's why he did it. But he didn't put out anything bad.
I never said that. Like,
no, I'm not saying that you did.
Yeah, I'm not saying he did.
I'm saying he got censored. He got censored for fuckery. Like, that's literally.
And here's another topic, anyways, because you know Kanye is gonna give us like 30 hours, so he's talking about Kanye. Kyrie.
And Nike dropped Kyrie.
Yeah. All right. Now, I think that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? As far as if you're going to say it's based off of his latest transgression. If you're going to say it's based off of what happened last year, him down talking his shoes, whether he liked it or not publicly, that's probably in his contract. Like, don't do that, though. Like, we have approved shit. You and your team said, yeah. You signed this contract.
Did they approve it?
You might have. I don't know.
Like, I don't know the whole story about that, so we can't say.
I'm just saying. I'm just talking.
What if they just put it out?
This is why I'm saying if. I'm saying if. I'm saying off the last one, but he went out public though, and as a company, if I'm paying you $11 million per year. You know what I'm saying?
So just
we need to have a meeting before you go out publicly. What
if they tried? What if Kyrie tried? Like, we don't know the inner workings of the situation, right?
I would think he would get a meeting because he's literally one of the top sellers in Nike. For sure.
They took his money and they gave it to Ja Morant.
They took it
because Kyrie was tired of dancing.
For sure.
That's what it seems like to me.
But I think also he probably didn't love losing that money. I'm gonna be real. He didn't love losing that money.
Yeah, of course, but that's the only way. That's how they're gonna hurt him.
Yes.
Do you understand? They're gonna take it away.
What I'm saying is with the whole Kyrie thing, I already said it's wrong. I'm saying is if they wanted to let him go, it should have been basically last year. You understand what I'm saying? If it's based off of this new thing, I don't find it fair because, like I said, the biggest representatives of their culture said, hey, we don't feel like he's anti-Semitic, so on and so forth. And he apologized plus the money, X, Y, and Z. Overdid it. Let me finish. So since he already overdid it, like, to me, this one didn't need to lose his chicken on this one. But like I said, if they wanted to let him go last year, right after him saying, hey, I don't like my Kyrie X, Y, and Z, all right, you done. Because I know there has to be some things in the contract saying that you can't talk bad about your own sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be in the contract. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
is when you is when you go against the grain. That's when they want to take stuff away from you. Like, let's mirror this to what happened with Rick Ross.
Oh, the when he lost his Reebok deal.
Right? Okay. Everybody knows Rick Ross was signed to Reebok. He had shoes coming out, this, that, and the third, right? Rick Ross had been rapping at that time, I don't know, maybe 10 years. Mm-hmm. Right? Rapping the same shit, so on and so forth. He says something in a song, alluding to date rape. Right? Mm-hmm. That's what gets him to lose the deal. Because it went against the programming. You get what I'm saying? The programming is you can talk about killing niggas, you can talk about selling drugs, you can talk about destroying homes, destroying the black culture, but when it goes into whites, when it goes into the white world, date rape, that's where the problem was.
I mean, that's been historically anyways, if you want to look at it with crack cocaine, right? Let's go with fentanyl now, right? You know what I'm saying? As soon as it starts creeping into those neighborhoods, it's a problem.
It's a problem. So like that's what it is. Because like we can beat around the bush, but I feel like at this point, like, bro, there's no like. They do stuff blatantly. Like, why beat around the bush? Like, I used to love Nike, bro. Like, I was completely Nike'd out. Mm-hmm. I'm still pretty much a Nike head, but bro, they've been doing some wild and crazy shit.
Nah, for sure. Actually,
especially when it comes to the black talent.
Oh no, 1,000%. I was gonna say this about Ross's deal though. It's a 2-part thing. I'm almost glad he lost the deal in a weird way. And I'll tell you why. Because where he's at now, he's able to, even though he's a franchise owner, right? He's franchise owners of multiple businesses, food establishments, from Checkers to Wingstop, right? Mm-hmm. And he owns a lot now.
Yeah.
And I think that the positive thing is that he got to do that, and people could see that you could pivot and just go into ownership. It's a lot longer road. Mm-hmm. But you can get into it, whether you're a franchise owner, you create a franchise and it becomes a whole thing. He's got Black Bottle Boys, which is the whole Bel Air thing, Bel Air deal that he has. You know what I'm saying? And I think he had, it was right around that Ross Fit time where he almost had that deal going through. But which would have helped sped up the whole sneaker deal thing. I think Rihanna would have got her sneaker deal a lot faster and a lot sooner. So I think the Reebok deal as a whole kind of slowed down the industry, but we're catching up back to that same time. But for Ross personally, and for people to see that you can be an owner, it was also kind of a win though, in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? It like, I can see the silver lining on both sides, whether it would have turned out either way. You know what I mean?
He probably would have did that anyway though.
I think
why would I don't understand what having the sneaker deal would have stopped him from moving into.
No, I think he would have just been okay. Even though he's talking about being a boss, I think he would have been more trying to represent people's brands rather than let me own this brand and then I'll represent it. You know what I'm saying? More so that if this Reebok deals works, let me get in with Pepsi, let me get in with all these other brands, just not to be an owner, but
if he came up under Jay-Z, why would he want to just rep brands instead of owning them? Like it's
you can't like because I think all the bigger companies would have got him and he would have just been collecting bags. To me. You know what I'm saying? Just at that point until eventually, yeah, he would have found something. But I think that kind of forced his hand to be like, no, let me get into these Checkers and Wingstops. And I'm talking about lemon pepper and shit like that. Let me really get into these. They can't control me owning it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I think that made him.
Maybe.
I think that made him move a little bit faster.
But the way that Ross moves, I feel like he would have gotten to that.
He would have gotten into something anyways. But
he would have got into it anyway. I mean, like, it didn't stop when Jay-Z had his deals. It didn't stop him from getting into ownership. So why would it stop Ross?
I just think it just sped his hustle up on that because all those things started popping up more so after that deal fell through. he didn't really have that. I don't think he had a checkers. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he had a checkers yet.
Maybe, but
I don't even think he had any food spots.
But like
at that
I said,
like
it didn't stop. It didn't stop Nas. It didn't stop Nas from investing in ring.
I'm just talking about the speed.
The Hennessy deal.
I'm talking about the speed of it, the speed of these things. Like, I think that literally, like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna own this. I'm gonna own these checkers. I'm gonna own the like things that I like. I'm gonna own it. That's just all I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that just sped up his process a little bit, his personal process. But now on the flip side, he gets that deal. I think more people get deals on the sneaker deals a lot faster, more frequently, and we would have seen a lot of other rappers mid to like the 2015s, 2016s. You would have seen more rappers getting sneaker deals. You didn't really see that after that deal fell through for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like that little collabs and stuff like that. It started coming later, like 8 years later, but not that was supposed to be the kickoff.
I mean, nah, man. Niggas had shoes way before that.
Yes,
they were getting shoes from like, I mean, like shit from the 80s, honestly. But like, if you want to talk about big deals like Jay-Z, all G Unit,
but there was a
Shady.
Gap. There was a gap after that, and then it was Ross. You're about to have this Reebok deal.
It wasn't a gap because they had Kanye right after G Unit. So like, it went from when did
Kanye get his sneaker deal?
Mid 2000s.
With who? It was
Nike.
Nike
And he was putting out the Louis.
Nah, Nike was late though. Nike was later 2000. That was a gap. Like the Jay-Z G-Unit area, there was a full gap, and then his shoes started coming out after like third or fourth album. Yeah, that was at least 6-7 years.
How you gonna? For
sure.
Yeah, but Jay-Z and them were still putting out stuff.
The G-Unit sneakers lasted like 2 to 3 years. Jay-Z, S. Carter, same thing. Because Pete, like, shout out to Pete. He literally waited in line and bought both of those things, and ended up selling one of them. But that thing, like, it 2005 was like 2004, 2005 was the year when 2004, 2005, yeah, was the year those sneakers came out. And after that, I want to say when Kanye went with Nike, that's probably like closer to 2008, maybe 10. Like, I started really seeing them sneakers around 2010 or later, honestly. Niggas started going crazy for those Yeezys after that. But it was still a good little chunk of space before a nigga got his own sneaker deal. I was like
niggas was still putting out shoes because the Hot Boys was putting out Reeboks.
Yeah, you're talking about before. We're talking about before. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about I'm talking about like
between 2005.
I'm talking about the timelines, bro. Like there was always rapper shoes.
Yes, I'm saying, but there was a gap between that Jay-Z and Kanye thing. I don't remember rappers having sneakers in between that era. Maybe I'm wrong. I know there was an influx though during the Jay-Z and G-Unit years because you had Pharrell with Bape and shit like that.
Because niggas had their own brands. So if you want to just talk about it in a branding sense, yeah, all of these rappers were putting out clothing lines and putting out brands.
Yeah.
And the Hot Boy and Baby had that lugs crap. And like niggas was just like that's what was going on, and then
but that's
Kanye was designing Louis sneakers, but during that time, and then he got the Nike deal.
The solo Nike deal was I gotta look that when that's up when Kanye got that deal. Hold on, I want to be deal. Let's see. Let's see when.
So yeah, man, like I'm saying, I think that's always how it's been. But yeah, bro, they dangle. They dangle the carrot and then they snatch it up when you don't follow the program, and that's pretty much what's going on. Unfortunately.
What, I don't know when the Red Octobers came out, but he signed the deal with Nike in 2007. So I just don't know when those Red Octobers came out. That was like that was
later.
That was later.
Kanye, but remember, Kanye been with Nike for a long time. You just don't realize how long it's been. They signed deals for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Kanye was coming up to re-sign again.
He made those Back to the Future shits. Yeah, he helped design that, right?
No, not the Back to the Future ones. He was putting out the Yeezys, and he put out the second pair. Remember, there was the first Yeezys and then the second Yeezys.
Which ones? I think the first one was the strap, right? With the
second ones were the strap. I mean, yeah, the second ones were the strap. The first ones were kind of
whatever.
The first ones are like ridiculously, like you can't find them how expensive them shits are.
Okay, I thought so everybody could get the second ones then, and couldn't get the first.
Get none of them.
I don't know. I felt like people
had like influencers and like important, but it's hard for regular niggas. Listen, Wells don't have them shits.
Yeah, actually, no, I wasn't certain. By that time, all right, when I seen them, it was when.
At least I don't think Wells has any Yeezys, but I could be wrong. But Wells don't have no Yeezys to my knowledge, and Wells has every pair of sneakers under the sun.
Yeah, I haven't seen a pair on him like the same too many times ever.
I've seen him with the Red October. Was it the Yeezy? Not the Red October, but the Yeezy foams. I done seen Wells with everything. Travis Scott's, every single sneakers known to man. Not Yeezys.
Hit him with the. So what size are those? My size, nigga. Nah, but I didn't know he signed in 2007. That's interesting as fuck, actually. I really didn't know that. But with the whole industry and everything like that, how they changed up, or really how Ross got taken out, I still think on both ends, like I said. To me, it sped him up. Just like I said, I'm gonna stand on that. I think it really sped up his hustle. Just a little bit on like you got to think.
I mean, every L speeds up your hustle, but I don't think that necessarily sped up anything. I personally don't think like L's speed up your hustle in general. Right? That's an L. So yes, you can say that sped up his hustle. You got to think. But like, if he had that sneaker deal, I don't think he wouldn't have necessarily. He might have taken an L someplace else, and that would have sped him up.
For sure. I'm just thinking because I think his money wise, he doesn't want people to control his money. Like him being in a franchise is already kind of close and tight, but he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be okay. Because right now he's definitely he's not a crazy active rapper. He's rapping, he's doing some classic joints, but he's not like actively putting out no shoot 'em up, bang, bang. He's got luxury music, you know what I'm saying? He's got fly, hood, ghetto luxury music, and that's what Ross is. So if a brand wants to get with him, he's safe. So his franchises, to me, for his lifelong, will be safe. I don't think anything he does is going to actually jeopardize that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it sped up that, but I'm wondering just in the flip side, the what if years, right? If he gets that, who's the other artists that benefit more on bigger deals? Because like we're talking about like Nike would have definitely gave somebody something else by that time. It just wouldn't have been Kanye, because Reebok would have had Ross, right? Ross was smoking hot at that time. Like it was a flamethrower type shit. So I'm wondering like who in that era benefits? Chief Keef maybe? Like would it be a new artist? Would they go for some? You know what I'm saying? Like who ends up benefiting? But it would have
metrics. That's who. Whoever looks like they could push whatever. That's who ends up.
Because it would have been a copycat thing. Ross would have worked. Kanye shit working at that time. Come on. Then that means.
I mean, like niggas like Drake got Nike deals off the backs of Kanye's Nike deal.
No, for sure, and that's what I'm saying. Like now you have Drake in the mix. Nicki would have had her own thing. I think Wayne would have eventually had his own thing for sure. I think they would have gave some with Wayne, but I think he started going to the skating realm. He should have really tried to
put out some Supras or something like that.
He really should have tried to get with SB, the SB lineup of Nike.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
During that time, come on, it would have been perfect. Somebody dropped the ball on that one.
Rocking dunks and stuff. I can see that.
He would have been killer for that one. But I think speaking of which, he definitely killed his own brand with the whole the one-liner with the truck fit. Remember when he said suck a nigga dick for some truck fit?
Oh.
Yeah, niggas was not rocking that. No. It's like, oh, you got that truck fit shirt? So what you do for that truck fit shirt? Come on. Like, yeah, it's over with. Yeah, that one's done, bro. Like, he accidentally killed his own brand with that.
I never took it that way. I never took it that way till you said something, till you mentioned it that way.
Come on, you got the joking ass homies coming up and you rock that shirt?
Nah, I never. I mean, one, we would never, me and my cousins would never wear truck fit in the first place.
But if you do,
nah,
ammo.
Ammo.
It
was just like niggas who was wearing Masterpiece. Like there were certain brands that I would never be caught dead in.
Especially after Lloyd Banks said shit could get uglier than a Masterpiece sneaker, it was over with. If you had Masterpiece then,
I mean, before that, I would never wear Masterpiece stuff.
I know, but that bar was just made it official. Sometimes the bar is just like...
I had some Rockaware. That was about it. And I had some Sean John. That was about it when it comes to rapper clothes.
Adrian fucking Ferg had fucking Fat Farms. I couldn't, like, I didn't like them.
Fat Farm was fire.
I didn't like them shoes, dog.
Oh, shoes?
The sneakers.
Oh, my God.
I hated them joints. I ain't gonna lie. He used to rock them joints. So, like, he had a couple pairs, I think. I was just like, you my boy. I can't rock them joints, though. Couldn't rock them. But I supported the black man, you know what I mean? I bought the albums, you know what I'm saying? We had the CDs, we had all that shit from Def Jam.
Fat Farm was a big brand.
No, it was. It was definitely a big brand. They had a little run with their sneakers for sure.
Oh, I don't know nothing about the sneakers, but clothing wise, Fat Farm was big. Fat Farm was in like the Meccas. The Mecca range, the academic range,
let me pull up
the RP55, what was it, RP57, RP55, I can't remember.
The jeans, right? Fat Farm, oh my God.
It was like all those big hip hop brands. What am I missing? Mecca, Fat Farm, Aniche, or NYC, however you wanted to pronounce it.
There was some shit in the mall that niggas try to always jack, and I just was never.
Jabot,
not Jabot. There was another one, man. It was next to the Ross in Sawgrass Mall that niggas try to fuck with in that little circle.
I can't remember.
There's some shit over there, and it's like Jabot, it's like that, but it wasn't. It's kind of like G-Star Raw, you know what I'm saying? Ironically, rocking the shirt now, but it's kind of like G-Star Raw, but like you're kind of nice, but you're not like as popping as the other brands, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to the Academics brand though. I definitely was rocking their shit for a little while.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Academics was fire.
Yeah, I definitely was rocking their shit for a good little minute. Let me pull up this fucking Fat Farm sneaker. I hope nigga ain't got a clean side picture though.
Damn, Fat Farm sneakers, dog.
Good God, I have to pull up another sneaker. I'm trying to see if I can find like. It's because they're not showing the side profile of it. It's definitely not the way. Oh, here it goes. It's on somebody's feet. Here, catch this real quick.
I remember. Oh my God,
you remember those, right?
Yeah, I remember them shits. Oh my God.
They were popping, but
so many people
had those shits. I couldn't rock them.
Oh my God, them shits were hideous.
Yeah, I think this is the year when I started rocking like Air Force 2s and like because I couldn't get the Air Force 1s, so I definitely got some Air Force 2s.
Man, dog. In other sports news, right? Deion Sanders.
Colorado job,
Sanders got the Colorado job.
He had some choices, but USF too. I think he had some choices.
But he had some shitty choices. Tell you the honest truth. I think he should have got the Auburn job personally, but you know, they didn't want to give it to him. I'm a little
out
upset.
Of Colorado in like 2-3 years after his little run. He's going to end up at a bigger school.
I hope so but I'm a little upset about the backlash that he's getting, especially from black people, dog. Like. It seems that like these white coaches could do the same thing, and you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. But when a black coach is like, Deion was only getting paid $300,000, right? And then he was like donating half of that back to the school.
Oh, come on.
Back to the football program. He was donating that shit back.
Man, let him get
right. Plus, he brought all of that NFL level coaching and all of that stuff to the school. He brought college game day to the HBCUs, bro. He brought all of that light. Like, he's made like a ladder to bigger schools now. If you're a HBC coach, he's made it to where you could go to a HBU. I don't even want to call it college. They're universities, damn it.
HBCU.
They're universities.
They are universities.
They're institutions of higher learning. So he's brought it to where other coaches now can coach these HBCUs and move up and get better jobs, right?
Yeah.
He's made it to where scouts now are going to these HBCUs and niggas can go to the NFL from these HBCUs if they choose, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
The only quote unquote, like, it's most of the
so I don't see what the problem is, man.
Most of those facilities are overall pretty good. It's functionable. Like, they just don't have pro level like facilities like that. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. You know what I mean? So that's the only real drawback, I guess, from that. Like, if you're working out certain muscles and you're in a certain position, you need certain weights and certain training staffs to really get the best out of you. But other than that, I think you can pretty much go to that university and still ball like how you'd ball.
What they need to talk about
and things like that.
What they need to talk about is getting proper funding, man. Like, where when fucking Brett Favre is taking all of that welfare money and using it for a volleyball fucking court,
which is wild,
bro. These HBCUs need to be getting this funding.
No, they definitely need more funding. I mean,
but they shouldn't be like, the only people that should potentially be mad is people and alumni of Jackson State University.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
but anybody else talking about Deion, man, they need to go someplace with that shit.
People need to they need to work on their TV deals, because that's how you get more money too. That TV deal is kind of big, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm pretty sure
ESPN picked them up.
And I'm pretty sure Deion
had a big reason to do with that.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, man, he done put it on, and he's done more for that school than anybody.
He's done more for HBCUs in that school than anybody's done.
Commenting on it, even me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, these niggas need to shut up. Like, real talk.
Unless you
decide, like, that shit don't make no sense.
Yeah, how much time have you spent doing anything for HBCU? If you're speaking negative on Deion, just put that in your mind first. Be like, okay, you didn't put no time in, you didn't put no chicken in. Then guess what? Really, you can't speak negative on a man that has literally done charity work. He probably just, like, the money that he did take was just probably to pay the bills and to cover the gas and all that other stuff when he's on the road. He might have made an extra 10 grand. Cool. After everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, after paying all his bills and everything, he probably made it. It's like, okay, got this offer where I can make a little bit more money, bring this up. I'm going to create programs. And honestly, what he may do is start making like little sub pockets in HBCUs of players that, okay, hey, their grades are down or something goes bad or they can't get this player or whatever, too much, Colorado doesn't have enough money. Hey, go to Jackson State or go to this school, and we're gonna keep an eye on you. Plus, I'm gonna send you some NFL scouts to come check out your game because we want you, but we don't have enough in our scout. Like, he still is able to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Because, yeah, he could funnel some kids out there. Why not? It's not going to affect him. They're not in the same conference. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? So I just look at that like there's no reason. Like, I seen some titles of Bomani getting at him, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get to really have time to click in. But Bomani was on his head. I seen a lot of people kind of on his head just chiming in on Twitter.
Bomani needs to go someplace, man.
Yeah, Bomani, I usually feel like he cool, but that wasn't the cool move right there. I really wasn't feeling that one, you know what I'm saying? For real. Like,
Deion has probably done way more for HBCUs than you've ever done, Bomani. So leave Deion alone.
Yeah,
he's brought more eyes, more attention, more money to HBCUs than anything.
I mean, yeah.
And all those kids, any kid that he thinks is coming with him. Because he told them boys at Colorado, y'all might want to look at the transfer portal because he's bringing his luggage and my luggage is Louis.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So he's bringing them boys that can make a difference from the HBCUs that didn't get a look at to the HBCUs. So, like, I really don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, I don't. You know, he said, "Hey, man, my A1 guys, even my A2s, he's still gonna bring them around. Like, all right, yeah, if you third stringer or something like that,
there's gonna be some battles for competition. Is pretty much what's going on.
And I heard a few people already done transferred out of there from Colorado.
Yeah, might as well because they know what the deal is.
Exactly. You know
also, like, Keyshawn said he gonna help him out. He gonna help him out. You gonna, there's gonna be a lot of NFL people helping these boys out to make this program big, man.
And then not even just that, but like, okay, if those players from the HBCU, if they just say, hey, yeah, Deion did X, Y, Z, I came X, Y, Z, and they become a great player in the NFL, that does what? That helps out the HBCUs anyways, because, oh, shit, there was talent there. All I did was put him from one school to the next. That was it. Now you guys got to see him more. Now this player is now Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2.0, or this player is now able to be, Tyreek Hill or whoever is out there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just feel like, yeah, there's no reason to bash this man, especially that he's the one that originally went out there when nobody else did. Like, I can't recall a more notable coach going to HBCU to this day. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I don't know of a famous coach right now coaching HBCU, football, basketball, baseball, any of it. So we're talking about prime time here. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of the top players. He was paid back in the day, but for his wage, it's not like he's today's NFL paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Deion's paid, but not NFL, current day NFL paid. So, yeah, let this man get some money now. Like he literally did it.
He's gonna be making like what, 5.9, damn near $6 million. Let this from 150,000. I mean, Deion already got money, but shit, man, like, everybody's allowed to progress in life, dog.
Yeah, because
they're saying like because he's at Jackson State, he can never leave and get a better job.
Nah, that's dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Man, fuck out of here, dog.
Like, if Saban was the one that went from college, right, to the NFL, back to college. So, like, and the only people that was bad in the eye was us Dolphins. Everybody else never said a word.
He said, I was never leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not taking Alabama. Right to Alabama.
Right to Alabama. And ain't nobody care. Ain't nobody even talking about it now because how much he's winning. So what if he does that right now? He goes over to Colorado. They start winning for years to come. He has a program and also, like I said, now that he's been in the program of HBCUs, I know for a fact that he's going to at least keep an eye or two. Like, he's going to always have a transfer, a certain amount of numbers, even in his mind. Like, all right, man, where can I get some little freaking coals that could turn into diamonds real quick? You know what I'm saying? Which they're not coals. They look like that because they're at a HBCU and not seen. You know what I'm saying? But they're actually diamonds. Really, all you got to do is just be shown in this, like, bam, diamond, bam, diamond. He might, because there's teams like that right now in all types of pro leagues. You know what I'm saying? NFL, NBA does that with the Heat. You know what I'm saying? The Heat always has some type of undrafted player, right? That always ends up being some type of star. You kind of always know their name.
They always end up overpaying them. They always end up overpaying them boys, though.
Yeah, that's true. They overpaid. What was it? Whiteside. He was one of those guys off the undrafted. I think he was undrafted or was drafted and then was like a G League player. Then you have a Udonis Haslem who's played forever now. You know what I'm saying? Strus, Gabe Vincent. The list goes on. A bunch of people that you could just keep picking up on. In my mind, like I said, I think it's gonna be Dion. It's gonna really be on some like black Nick Saban thing. Even if it's not with Colorado, it might be just a small little chapter, and he might go to a bigger team. You know what I'm saying? This might just be a little. Hey, he just did successful, a couple playoff runs, skips, goes to a big team, gets paid 10 to 15 per year, and prime time is going to be back prime time coaching.
Coach Prime, baby.
Coach Prime. I think that's what's
that's gonna be. That's gonna be my team.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do real well. You know what I'm saying?
I hope he does.
I don't think he's gonna win in Colorado, but I think he's gonna
win.
No, he's gonna win games.
He's gonna win. USC's gonna be gone. USC's leaving.
Oh, they're leaving our conference?
Yeah. They go into the big whatever conference.
Big
I want to say Ohio State.
Is that Big Ten?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's Big Ten.
Yeah, they go into the Big Ten.
I know there's SEC and all those other guys. SEC is a big.
And I think Notre Dame is going to the Big Ten too, but I'm not sure. Let me not say nothing, but I think they may be too. So it's going to be Big Ten versus SEC.
Nah, man, I'm looking forward to actual Dion doing this thing.
SEC.
I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. But back to Kyrie though.
What about Kyrie?
I did have this in my in the note thing with the whole him losing his deal with Nike and all that. I do want to ask though, where is his motherfucking PR team though?
His PR team is his family, I think.
I feel like they you know what I'm saying, protecting the bag wise, they probably dropped the ball. Just protecting the bag. Just as far as if you wanted, I'm not sure who's lost more.
Kyrie is his own person.
No,
bro.
I get it.
It's not like
it.
he's hurting.
No, I'm not saying he's hurting. And nobody.
Kyrie has made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Kanye is not going to ever be broke. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like let's by comparison of regular people to their type of capital, it's not even close. But same thing with Kyrie. Like. Protecting the bag wise. And I almost want to ask this question. Who do you think has lost more money, Kyrie or Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown. I mean, Kyrie really only lost his Nike deal, right?
So far.
I mean, Antonio Brown,
he never got
contract. He never got the Raiders. He lost a lot of money.
But he never got his extension either, though. Both of them never did. And Kyrie was looking close to getting that 200, right?
Yeah. But Kyrie's made
Never said, I'm not talking about what he made. I'm just talking about what they lost, potential losses. You know what I'm saying? Potential earning. That's all I'm speaking on. Literally, if we're choosing them as like they're people, they're definitely people, great human beings, all that. I'm just talking about like if you wanted to put it on a board and they're a stock of like, you know what I'm saying? Potential earnings made and potential earnings lost and all that. I don't know. I might think Kyrie might have lost out a little bit more, but we'll see because the season's not over yet. But potentially, like, I don't know how much somebody's gonna pay him out.
Yeah, but I mean,
like
honestly,
per
bro.
year.
Honestly, bro.
Per year, though. I'm not sure how. Like,
honestly, bro. I have to say, I may be a little wrong about Kyrie. You know what I mean? Like, from what I said about what he was doing before, when he was missing games, like he really shouldn't have put his team in that predicament when it came to the stuff with New York. But at the end of the day, he was right.
Nah, yeah, I never said he was wrong.
He was right. I'm talking about me.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And like
team wise, I thought if you put it together, right now, you should have been there. But other than that, I get it.
And right now, like he's not wrong. Like they're trying to pummel this man into submission, right? And like he's not really on that shit. He's not really on the submission shit.
No, we got that.
So like, I mean,
we got that clearly, but
so like,
I'm saying, earning wise.
If he's on, yeah, but it's like,
what do you think?
How much more dancing? Like, he probably don't want to dance no more.
I got it. I'm saying, I got that. I'm just talking about the main question was, how much do you think they're going to pay him out?
I don't know how much they're going to pay him out.
Like Nets or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much per year you think he's going to be able to get per year this next up and coming year? And, you know, 'cause I think it might just be a 1 year or 2 year deal that they'll give him, and then give him like a 4 or 5, like probably 1 year, and then like re-sign him like within that year and give him like 3 or 4 years. In my personal opinion, I think that's how that's going to go. But 25, 30 mil?
I mean, that's a lot. 25, 30 mil is life-changing for most people, let alone what he's getting in 1 year.
No, he's getting like close to 40 this year, right?
Like 30 something.
A high 30?
So like that's life-changing, bro. So,
no,
like,
for sure. Listen, I know he's made money. I'm just talking about what I think he might lose more money than Antonio Brown, though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like, he's not going to get his extension, but like,
he ain't gonna get 200. That 200 is done.
He's good.
No, I
feel as though I think he'd rather have his conscience than some money that he'd have to dance for.
I ain't never told the man to dance, and and he was right, because like they ended up dropping the whole thing with the vaccines and all that. Yeah, he was. Like, but like you said, the only thing was that if he didn't like really convince that whole team to put all that together, him and KD, I'd have been like, damn, all right. If he was just a player that got traded there, like, hey, boom, he got traded there, and then he didn't want to do it, I actually wouldn't have been on him as much either. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, with the whole team part, where you kind of are the leader and the star. Like, damn, it's kind of hard to ask you to suck that up, but you kind of put this one together. You know what I mean? You kind of played GM, and earlier that year you said y'all could coach the team type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that means you really felt like one of the leaders there. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to be there. Other than that, yeah, like everything else, I never felt like he was wrong, because even I forgot who it was. Michael Jai White was actually talking about Kyrie, and he was just like, so what did he actually say? What am I missing here? He was like, I called my Jewish friends, I'm calling them. He's like, so what did he actually say? Did anybody, like, he just put a link out there, like, did he say anything?
He didn't put no link out.
I think he just put
he put a picture.
Yeah, I think it had the link. I'm not sure.
I don't think he put no link out, bro.
Okay. I'm just quoting what they said. Anyways, and then he was like, I don't see the problem. He was like, yeah, you know, it was just, he was like, now it's just somebody looks like they just saw a movie and just watched it and said, hey, maybe I should check this out. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it doesn't seem like he didn't write anything besides just what the either the title or the link was. That's all he said. And he's like, but what did he actually say? Like, and nobody could find what he actually said. You know what I'm saying? As far as like within that Twitter post or anything,
he didn't say anything.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like the backlash of what he got and all that is wildly crazy, because he didn't produce the movie or anything like that.
It's not on his platform.
No. And I'll say this too. Like I even see Jay Williams was on the Pivot podcast, and he was speaking on it too. Like he spoke more in depth. Like, yeah, you know, it did seem very like he's getting, you know, like the term buck breaking and all that. There's like, yeah, it definitely feels that way. He's like, hey, I didn't know what was going to happen that morning when I decided to put out that post about Kyrie and, you know, how I feel like they're doing too much and things like that. But, I had a lot of people behind the scenes, Jewish, black, everybody like, yeah, I agree, this and that. And, once I feel like he said that, everybody started like checking themselves a little bit too, which was cool. You know what I mean? I did like that. I've seen a lot of Jewish people actually say like, yeah, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was the guy Jon Stewart, the Russian Jewish guy, Vlad, he said the same thing. He's like, yeah, that's a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're asking this guy, like, if you're going to fire him for that, just let him go. Or, you know what I'm saying? Even though you don't have nothing much to say on it, like, but if you're going to let him go, just let him go. Don't sit there and just hold somebody hostage, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like, it's
like, and
they're trying to, oh man, bro.
No, and I think once that was like broken down, at least for Kyrie,
like they trying to make him change his name to Toby, bro. That's what they're trying to do.
I don't know. I don't understand the Phil Knight part because he's not Jewish at all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was him and Joe Tsai, like the people that.
Yeah, he's not Jewish, but when niggas have money, like let's just.
Yeah, it's the owner type of whatever.
When people have money, they have to deal with certain people. There's no way around it.
I get you. I felt like it would have hit him for sure. Like more from Adam Silver. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Adam Silver even knows that he didn't do anything. And even though it's crazy because
he actually has, even though he works for the owners, he actually has power. So that's why I was saying like it seems like the people that aren't of that faith or that ilk is the ones kind of standing taller for some reason. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Once you got all these people saying, yeah, it's a little too much, and you had the statement to me from Adam Silver, it should have been like, all right.
People need to take a deeper...
You feel what I'm saying?
People need to take a deeper look into the organization that's the ALDS and like the origins of the ALDS and their treatment of black people. And you can kind of see why things are going the way that they are. And I just think it's sad. Like, sometimes, like, why does everybody hate black people, bro? Like, this is like, I just don't get it sometimes. Like, it's nuts to me.
That happens. I mean... It's our, like, bro, I literally we already know it happens. There ain't much we could do to change much of that or people's freaking perceptions of that, to be real. I mean,
yeah, bro, but it's like.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, bro, does it?
I mean, shit, I was at Brickell the other day. Was it Brickell? Nah. I was by Wynwood to go get some food before the art show the week before, not the one at the Hard Rock. And I went to go get like some Chipotle real quick. I was like, all right, man, I'm just gonna get some food. Not gonna overspend, right? Go walk and get some Chipotle. You got like three different. You got three people that's like of fair skin. I don't know what their race or religion is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say fair skin because I really don't know if they're Spanish, white, or whatever. So, right? But I'm just walking
Miami,
down.
It could be anything.
I'm walking down. I'm in pretty fresh gear, but everybody, as soon as I'm walking down, besides the only other black people, are clearing out the sidewalk like I got it on me. like I'm like, girl, buses a sharp left. Guy, buses a sharp left. Like I'm like, why are you crossing the street here? I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like the only cool part about that is that at least it looked like I'm gonna rob you. You ain't gonna rob me, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's like, you got to have those like little things that happen every day. You know what I'm saying? And I can't sit there and break down and change what you're gonna think because shoot, I'm about to walk back into this whole art show and be VIP and have some nice liquor and do our thing, right? So like I look at that as like, man, these things happen on a daily basis. You know what I mean? All I could do is just try to be as excellent as I gotta be here and there, and you know, put people on in certain situations that knows is gonna work, and we just gonna try to make it pop from there. You know what I mean? Like it does suck though. It definitely does suck. I ain't gonna sit there and act like it don't. You know what I mean? But the main mission is, I guess, but there's like two missions. Of course, there's morals and you got to get money too. So like, it all depends on how you look at it. Cause yeah, Kyrie's going to be straight, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, AB is going to be straight. Antonio Brown, he going to be straight forever too, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't think
I don't know.
I don't think he's ever really going to go really broke.
Him, I don't know, man.
Like,
I've been hearing some wild stories about this guy. So him, I don't know.
But shoot, until I see him in like, a regular neighborhood like or the Jacks, I don't see him going to the Jacks. But you know what I'm saying, like it's all relative to how much money you really need and what, you know what I'm saying. But I look at that like as in, shoot, you're the first generation of making this type of money, so like I would say it's better to protect it and try to generate, you know, make it generate more and make it generational beyond just the generation that you're going to be alive for. Like literally, you know how many families have done that for years and years and now became powerful. So yeah, you know, you say these, the powers that may be have too much power, X, Y, and Z, but it has to start somewhere. It starts with capital. So that's the only reason why sometimes I'm like, man, you lost a lot of chicken, and why I be harping on that, because it's like we're generation one realistically. Yeah, of making this type of generation one of billionaires realistically right now too.
I get where you're coming from, bro.
And that's the start of the battle too. At the
same point, like that's
the start of the battle too. You need capital.
That's the other side. Yeah, but that's the other side of the coin. They hold like you're never gonna have more capital than them. That's the overriding thing. They're never going to make it to where you'll ever have more capital than them. So they hold the capital because somebody's still giving him this money. It's not like he's making this money. It's not like he has his own business and like he's making this money himself type shit.
No, I agree to that, but you are raising the chances by having capital. You know what I'm saying?
You're raising the chances, but it's like a mini Matrix, bro. Like you're raising these chances, but this chance is never gonna really come.
Not in our lifetime. No.
Never. Like they're never, like they say, not in our lifetime, but they're never gonna let it happen.
But we could say that, but I literally
France is still getting a colonial tax from 14 countries in Africa, $500 billion. You get what I'm saying? Like they're raping these African countries for $500 billion a year.
Yeah, there's a lot of black,
you get what I'm saying?
A lot of black countries made a lot of bad deals. I'll say that.
Like I don't want to kill niggas' hopes and dreams and shit like that. But like, yo, bro, like niggas is never gonna be on equal footing in America.
I never said America. I'm just talking about in general, and for it to be fully even. No.
What do you mean in general? Like you got to explain in general to me.
You got to start. Okay, look. I'll say this: the same powers that may be were not the powers that may be years ago, right?
Yeah, they were.
You're saying after?
I'm talking about America. I'm not talking about
in America.
Yes, the fucking colonial whites were always in power.
And now
they're still in power.
Okay, the powers that you're saying stopping the rapper and Kyrie, right? You're talking the folks, the peoples, you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, remember they still came on a boat, right? Ellis Island, right? And there's a few other factions too, a few other groups, like you have the Indian groups that come here, right? They'll open up their businesses and keep all the money in the family, and they're not financially, they're not really that weak right now. If they really want to,
yeah, but they're not in power.
They're still not the weakest in there in the league.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. But I'm talking about in power, bro, or like they're always going to be a rung above the whites. Like that's how it is. It's the whites, and then there's everybody else fighting for
second place. Yeah.
But there's always going to be a drastic gap, even with the black billionaires. There's always going to be a drastic gap between.
I'm saying we literally just got to have multiple black billionaires. We lost one recently, you know what I'm saying? But that's all I'm saying. Like, I think at least having more of them up there starts to, you know, I ain't gonna say even, but it starts to at least put some numbers up, starts to make some things more believable too, because there's more and more black.
Listen, it's like more and more black billionaires that have a couple billion, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 billion.
There's trillionaires.
But now there's these whites with hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yes.
And that's how it's always going to be. That's what I'm saying. It's always going to be that way.
That part, I get it. But you still, to even try to turn the tide, you're gonna need capital. So I'm just saying, we're still generation one of shit. So I don't think there is principles and morals we got to stand on. So I'm just saying, in Kyrie's case, I love it, but there's also the other side of the coin where, you know, generation 4 or 5 for his family, you know what I'm saying, could have been a little bit stronger based off of just what he's doing now as far as funds. I'm just saying what's coming in immediately. I'm not saying he can't make that on the back end. It's a lot to make up, but I'm not saying
I don't think he's necessarily, at this point in time, most people aren't thinking about their great grandkids. Like, that's not, I'm not thinking about my great. I don't even like. I don't think there will be, but I'm not thinking about them.
But every other group is, you know what I'm saying? And this is where I'm talking about. We kind of need to get to it, because if we're generation one reaching quote unquote new heights, even though you have these other groups, they're reaching new heights too. But we gotta, like, for us, we gotta see it, and it starts to get a little bit more normalized, right? Then we start doing it at a high level. Then people start panicking after we start doing it at a high level, and it's just every day now.
Yeah, there has to be a higher level. They're gonna make their own fucking Elysium at some point.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But I'd much rather, have more examples out there, so people, when they do get there, and they ain't just gonna get effed off, it's gonna be like, yo, okay, they got their generation straight, their generation's gonna be straight, and now it's gonna be more normalized of that success. And then once you have that normalization of success, people could just see it. Once people see it, I just feel like we do have a great when it comes to like things that work in the black community, we have the greatest copycat shit going on for real, and we'll do it. Like, oh, this works. This is how you get out the hood. Oh, basketball, I'm gonna have the most wickedest jump shot. I'm gonna dunk the best. I'm gonna, do this the best. Once it's seen and people feel like it works, and it's like kind of cool, that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? That's all we really need that's all we really need. So, like I said, we see more billionaires on a daily basis, like just popping up all the time. I ain't gonna say it's gonna turn the tide by the time we're gonna die. I don't think so at all. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be good for generation one. You know what I'm saying? Generation one of the first billionaires. Hopefully they get up together. Hopefully they're 5 generations, 6, 7, 10 generations down. They up the level, start taking some big chunks, and start really multiplying what's going on. You see what I'm saying? No, that's all I'm saying.
It's like on this other kind of sort of what we're talking about, right? Like,
but it's gonna be a slow race.
Shaq and Alonzo Mourning are trying to open up this like center in like
probably down here
in Miami. It's in Miami somewhere. Like it's in definitely an urban part of town, right? Mm-hmm. And like they're looking for donations where you could have your name on this building,
on the wall,
your name in this library, your name in the main center.
What type of center for kids?
Yeah, for kids. Like
education, sports complex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Library, computer lab, that type of stuff. Laboratory, science, that type of stuff, right? Exposing exposing kids in the hood to like real life, like life. You know what cool. I mean? The same advantages that.
Like that.
Whatever, right? I love it, right? Mm-hmm. The thing that I don't love is that they're asking for donations when these niggas is multi-millionaires. Like, why does it have to be the Harvey Bernstein Library in this black center? Why can't it just be us?
Does it necessarily
I'm not saying that they're looking for it from anywhere.
No,
right?
I think all right, here's the only bail I'm going to shoot them, because they might just be asking companies for that donation. No. I
don't think it's necessarily companies, because you could go to the webpage and it's like, yo, you could be a donor. It's not, and they have levels of donorships.
No,
like,
for sure.
If you have 150,000, you can get something.
This and
if
this,
you
something on the floor. Like, we had that at the YMCA way back in the day too. Like,
yeah. Like, if you got 2 million, you could get a library. If you got this, you could get that. But if it's like, but you're opening it up. You're opening
most community centers, just for the most part, do that. And I think what they probably paid for is not the staffing, but like certain parts of the actual infrastructure and things like that. I think what you get the donation for is just to keep the upkeep and to completely staff them as a nonprofit organization. So you have a certain amount of budget after that income, and then you get to keep staffing everybody. You get to keep, with the nonprofit, you get to keep bringing that certain amount in, and they can get the loans from the government too after the fact. So I think that's the ploy and play with it, so that it's not solely on them. You know what I'm saying? Because Shaq's in mad businesses, so I don't think he's the most liquid. Like, even though he got mad money, I don't think he's the most liquid ever, because there's so many businesses, right? Everything.
These guys, listen, bro. For the amount of money that they're
liquid,
amount of money that they're asking for, they could put that money together themselves.
No, anybody could.
Whether it be them personally or through the businesses that they're involved in. It's like, to me, sometimes, bro, this is like how you said, it has to start somewhere in generation one. Let's stop asking these people for money. Let's stop asking for money on the road when there's money available. Like, if you're damn near a billion, listen. If you're damn near a billionaire, fund the shit yourself, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Like, between you and like Vanessa Bryant and Alonzo and whoever else he owns, and Carnival Cruise Lines and Papa John's and the Marilyn Monroe estate, the Elvis estate.
Carnival's Mickey Harrison.
I know Carnival's Mickey Harrison, but he played for the Heat.
No, for sure. And this is what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. So it's like, dog, dog, do it yourself. Like, I love the idea of what you're doing, but like, sometimes, like, bro, sometimes we need to be like, yo, this is for us, by us, like FUBU. Like, we don't need y'all to give us a handout. Like, when we have so many, like, bro, like, real talk, the NBA, right? The NBA produces 30 millionaires a year. 30 new millionaires a year. First rounders. Right? The NFL, up to somewhere in the second round, you still getting millions. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I got you.
So it's like, yo, bro, like, there's a lot of rich black people out there, bro. There's a lot.
No, all right. I'll say this: when it comes to the online donor program or shit like that, like, and if they're not asking you, like, I don't think you can go and donate $50. Like, there's levels of donations. Yeah, tiers. Like, yeah.
Like, I think the lowest is $150K. For naming and all of this stuff.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're gonna get a wing or like a slight building, all that. It's just gonna be on there. It'll be forever etched over there. We even, depending on what you do, we even might give you the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, way. You know what I'm saying? Wilson Way or whatever, right? So, yeah, like, okay, here's what I was gonna say. I've seen other races do the sponsorship shit, even though they're rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, these white billionaires still be getting donations for those type of shits too. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
yeah, but they get it from their white friends. And part. Like now, a Saudi or two. No, and like for the big stuff.
No, and here's what I was gonna say. I'll say this: for they should actually send that out to all black businesses, right? And black owners first. First right to refusal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
between them two, Puffy, Jay-Z,
no, I'm saying, but
the Williams sisters.
I'm talking about you're gonna give other businesses and other black businesses, black owned businesses, Lowe's, all that. Like if Lowe's want to get in there, because
I don't think Lowe's is black owned.
But I'm talking about if they were. All right, I'm not sure who's nationally black owned, but if you had some local black owned businesses or semi-national black owned businesses that people kind of know about, or they're kind of coming up, it would be a good way for them to, hey, let's do this donation, and we're sending this out to all black-owned businesses first. Y'all got, before this thing even go up, y'all got this much time if y'all want to get in on this to really, donate. We're not giving this out to anybody else.
You got, like, I'm just talking about,
what I'm talking about, right?
Fenty, you got, like, Puffy them, you got Beats in there, like, those type of, like,
no, but
like,
this,
bro.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about, like, but not just those conglomerates. I'm talking about, it could be a dentist shit that they own 4 or 5 dentist things down here. Everybody kind of knows Miss Martha's Dental, you know what I'm saying? Miss Martha's Dentist Academy or whatever, right? So let's get, Miss Martha Wilson's Lane or library or whatever. That's all I'm saying. Like, I would like for these guys to get a chance, especially that it's in a neighborhood like us, so why not get it from people that's of the tone, the hue, what have you, just to kind of get the feel and be like, well, who's this person? Oh yeah, locally they're you could still have the Fenty whatever and this whatever too, but I just think it would be kind of nice. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't have to be Fenty. It could be them personally.
I'm just saying
there's a lot of money.
There is a lot of money. I'm just saying.
Between that one hedge fund guy or those hedge fund guys, I know we got some black people in tech. I just don't know their names right now. We got all of these sports. We got all these people in sports and entertainment.
No, for sure. We definitely
got the Obamas. Like there's a lot of black people with money, and if it has to start someplace, like let it start. I mean,
shit. What's the name? LeBron has his academy, right? You have
Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose has his, and I know, I'm pretty sure he has some sponsors from white and black people. He definitely has black people giving.
I know he has white sponsors.
He got white sponsors. I don't think there's nothing wrong with taking white sponsors. It's just, I feel like if you're gonna do like the wing stuff and writing certain things,
dog, you shouldn't be
give like at least, hey man, we tried for 2 years before this building was open. Nobody wanted to take the offer, so we had to, you know what I'm saying? Like we had to give this up so we could make sure the staff is good for the next 3 years or 4 years or whatever, because the sponsorship money is gonna pay out the staff to keep the shit going. You know what I'm saying? I get that. All right, that's why I was like, I wouldn't necessarily push back on all sponsorship. I would just make sure that the black-owned businesses, if it's in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood, same thing. I would want them to, you got a year or two to.
Let the kids see that it's possible, bro.
No, but like I'm talking about the sponsors, like they get right of refusal for a year or two to throw down the sponsorship money. You know what I'm saying? They could do a payment plan and the whole nine. You ain't got to give up the chicken all at once. Hey, every month or every 2 months or every 3 months, we're just gonna need X, Y, and Z. Put this down. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as the building's open, we're gonna have your wing open, everything like that. Mr. Estrada, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Johnson, Mrs. All of that. Like, I think that's just probably the best way to go about it. I think the community would like that in every neighborhood, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this person help. This is this group's idea or this person's idea. So we're going to call this main building. But everybody else in these small little pocket areas, this library of it, this basketball gym, you know what I'm saying? Like, this and that, like it could be the Shaq gym and a lot of Zoe's court. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's how Shaq wants to do it, you feel me? So I kind of get that. Like Either way, you gotta have some money to make it at least good for the people. You know what I mean? They gotta have like the best equipment. Gotta make sure they got the best computers out there for these kids. And yeah, I would like to see, even though Beats isn't just purely black owned, you know, they got. But
it doesn't have to be Beats. It could be Dre.
Nah, but you know, you do want some of those products in there. I ain't gonna lie. Like if they have a studio, yes, I would like to have. Like obviously, there's other audio things, but the cool one would be to have
Apple products. Yeah, of course.
Apple, and have some Beats up in there and everything like that. Oh, speaking of that, all right. Before we actually hopped on the mic, Apple products. DJ Khaled was on a radio show and was talking about producers that are on FL Studios and Logic. Mm-hmm. He doesn't feel like they're real producers. React.
What? He said producers on FL Studio and Logic aren't real producers.
That's what he said.
He's bugging.
I think he's bugging. I think he's out of touch on that one.
He's crazy bugging.
Yeah.
What does he mean? But like what?
Because he's like, yo, I'm a real producer. You got to be in the studio. You got to be there with them. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but nah.
So what? Like he's saying that producers. He's saying that people that make beats in their house and send beats to people and they're not in the studio.
Not even just that, but like just that programming, like where you could just press one button and you know shit's kind of laid out and preset and all that. I think it might be because of that. But either way, at the end of the day, that 50% still going to that motherfucker.
DJ Khaled sometimes just be talking shit, man.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Sometimes DJ Khaled be talking shit because everybody uses FL Studio or Logic. Like nobody, like the niggas that make beats in Pro Tools are some maniacal motherfuckers because you don't need to.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, and technology is always going to get better.
So he's saying Southside and Pharrell and niggas like that aren't producers. Who else? Everybody from Internet Money.
Yeah,
Bryant.
I think he's
Boy Band.
I think he's out of touch.
Nick Mira.
I think he's out of touch. And here's why I'll say he's out of touch. Let me hit this one more time before I get to you. I'll say why he's out of touch. You remember him and who's Flower Boy? Flower Boy
Tyler?
Tyler. Mm-hmm. He was out of touch with that statement too. How he was like, yeah, I'm about to have the #1 album, blah, blah, blah. You remember that, right? Mm-hmm. Out of touch. I mean, he's a good promoter. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Khaled's a little past his prime, tell you the honest truth, man. Like, he hasn't really put out a mega monster hit in a minute. He's put out some decent songs, but like
I think
his We Taking Over days are well gone.
I think his last big major song that kept getting like ultimate replay, and not just like a moment. The Jay-Z thing was a moment this year. I'll say that it was a moment that people talked about because
Jay-Z thing,
because he did God did the verse or whatever. Like people,
I didn't even hear it.
Like I'm just like nah,
it couldn't have been that big of a moment because I didn't hear it.
It got spins online.
I don't hear it.
It's not a reoccurring song because it's way too long for it to be a reoccurring song.
I don't hear any. Like I listen to Sirius. I don't hear it on Sirius at all.
It's too long of a song for it. They don't have
to play the whole song.
It's literally his verse. Jay-Z's verse on there is 10 minutes alone. Like it's ridiculous. So that's never gonna get like play on actual shit. It just has a lot of spins because you know. When Jay-Z does something, people just, you know, hop out the window. They ready to listen. So that's not everybody. I'm just saying the people are hardcore fans of his, right? So I'll say that. But realistically, it's the him and Rihanna thing was his last, like, song that actually was in rotation and kept playing. You know what I'm saying? The remake of the Wyclef and Carlos Santana beat.
That wasn't that good of a song, honestly.
But
it was okay.
It got a lot of burn though. It's not about how good it was. I'm saying that one got a lot of burn.
Wild Thoughts?
Yeah, Wild Thoughts got a lot of burn. It did.
It was all right.
Every time you heard a car or a radio, it was definitely, especially like the radio stations, all day. So I'll give him that. But before that, it was we taking over. I'm on one. Those, I wasn't there for those years. I was there for like the no new friends years. You know what I'm saying? Like I call those like those are cool years, but they weren't the classic Khaled. You know what I mean? The we taking over years was definitely special though. Like he definitely changed the Miami. Like he definitely had the super compilation, like everybody get on a song shit, kind of like how New York was doing, and it kind of brought that feeling down here. I'll give him that. But yeah, he's out of touch with that, man. The credits when it goes after the labels do what they do and that paperwork is showing up, and you get your production credits and show 50%.
The way how stuff goes now, bro,
it's gonna show
like
50%.
So many different people touch a record, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like so many people touch a record. If he's saying like
producers are still gonna get the credit, don't matter if they're on a fucking iPad doing this shit or not. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I seen there was a story that Southside, and I think it might have been TM at one point, was like, yeah, I was on I think it might have been TM, but he was like, yeah, I was on an airplane. No, it was Southside. He's like, I was on an airplane, da 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 da, and I had to make a beat, so I just used my iPad and headphones and made it right there, and then took it over here and finished it out, but. Yeah, man, and just like he's like, yeah, I did it on what's the Apple program that's on there? It's not, it wasn't even Logic or nothing. It was like the GarageBand type shit, and they started with that, and like you could really do something if man, this technology, like I said, you
attention. This is like he's just doing it for attention, bro, or for eyes. Like that is such a wild statement to say.
I mean, and mind you, I've been there. Like, he has producers, so like, I get that he understands, respects producers for sure. Like, I thought, to me, I always felt like We the Best was a better producer label than an actual label for artists, just in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna probably be like, "Oh no, what about this person?" But nah. Straight up, like I could lay out what producers are still in the game right now doing very well by comparison to the artists that was on We the Best and doing well. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close. Like these guys are still active and doing very well as far as production. So I'll give him this, but I'll say this. Okay, when I was at the studio, there's been times where I've seen Khaled sit in the studio by himself and work on beats and work on cleaning up the shit. He does work on the whole thing and all that, but like him sitting down making a beat at that point, I don't know.
Can he play the piano? Can he play the guitar?
At least he had the piano in his joint. I'll say that. He watched me play.
You get what I'm saying?
He watched me play, but I don't think he.
There's so many. I
don't think he could play. I don't know, but that's
different.
Actually, a lot of people could play that. That I'd be surprised. So I don't want to put that past him. He used to have a live band studio. He had one of those, like with a piano where it could do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think he definitely probably had a little, you didn't learn piano, but probably could play just enough to get what you want on a beat. I think he at least could do that. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's still a wild statement. I wouldn't say that. That's kind of disrespectful.
That is disrespectful.
That's kind of disrespectful to people that make beats on those programs. Like those are industry standard programs. Like I don't understand. What are you supposed to make? What are you supposed to make your beats on? And I hate Logic.
Everybody has their own different platform to use to get to the end result. But at the end of the day, I don't care. The client's never going to ask me what I edit on for real unless they're going to have somebody else hop on and edit with me. And that's usually if it's like a huge, big movie production company or big short story or something to that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's about the end result. I don't look on TV and be like, oh, I wonder, maybe as a videographer or whatever, or video director, visual director, whatever. Yeah, I want to know, but we normal people don't care what they worked on and how they worked on it. They just want to have a good end result and be entertained. You know what I'm saying? So like you doing this, ooh, DJ Khaled, nobody's gonna care. Is the music good? Oh, word, you made it on an iPad? Damn, that's dope. Cool. This song's tight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you went to Hit Factory? Okay, cool. This song's tight. At the end of the day, as long as the song is good, nobody's going to care what you're on. So that's why I felt like he was more out of touch than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the technology, don't ever run from the technology. That's when you're going to really start feeling and looking like a dinosaur. The technology is only there to help you out. Matter of fact, I'll say this. Back in the day, people were saying that about DSLR cameras, and now there's mirrorless. And before that, you know, you only had big like camcorders or house camcorders or production cameras, right? Now you moved on to DSLRs with the mirror, then you got mirrorless. And the production camera people was always trying to shit on those people with the mirrorless cameras. But then eventually those people with the production cameras got fucking moved out the way because it's like, yeah, damn, I don't need somebody with some big ass camera all over the shoulder if I'm just doing a day in the life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like all this is going on. I want to feel more natural. So guess what? This space starts to look pretty good. You want to get interesting angles. So like you can't run from the technology. I seen it right when I started looking into cameras and get into the game, right? Start looking at, oh shit, this may be the future. I don't want to be behind, so let me just get behind this, even though I know the traditional way is this way. But if I step over here, this is looking like this is about to come. You know what I'm saying? Don't run from this. So anything when it comes to technology or anything advancing in the game, like even the sound of music, you know, people called it mumble rap, but now everybody can understand every motherfucking word, huh? Yeah. There ain't not one song to this day right now that you can't understand the words. You could understand the words all the way through, and every song. And it now is not called mumble rap. It's just niggas rapping, and that's it. The rap is like, that's what it is. So I look at that like everything evolves. You just really can't shut it down or shun it. Like it's not really a good look on Khaled on that one. Whether he was trying to just get some eyes or not, he's gonna kind of come across as a hater. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Snoop kind of got that for that mumble rap shit. That line, you remember when he was kind of doing the shit with the Migos or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was the same kind of thing, yo. Speaking of Migos too, I was on the way out from a studio. I'm not gonna say the name.
They got the guy.
Oh yeah, they got the guy. Yeah, they do got the guy. And I did see Takeoff on the way out randomly. Oh yeah, at the studio. I totally forgot about that. That was
Offset.
Not Takeoff, yeah, Offset. Yeah. Excuse me, pardon. Recipes Takeoff. But yeah, seen Offset, yeah, randomly, you know what I'm saying, at a studio. Not going to say which one. But that boy moving around like he got the army with him. I ain't going to lie. I thought the president was coming. I was like, yo.
It was just him or was him and Cardi? Because they were together.
It was just him on this one. Like, and if it was Cardi out there, they were safe. They were safe. I'll say that, man. That's what's up, though. I respect the hell how he moved. I hope everybody would move like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, checking every room, looking in. I was like, yeah, you got to move that way. People are like, it doesn't matter if Miami seems safe or all these other places seem safe, man. Just, you know, stay smart, stay safe, stay protected. You know what I mean? But yeah, they actually caught that guy, man, when it comes to Takeoff's thing.
Yeah. I told you. He was either going to two options.
They caught him in state, right?
Two options.
They caught him I think in Texas or something like that. Like that's the part where I'm wondering, I'm like, these guys weren't running? Like what? Young Dose people didn't run either, you know what I mean? Like they're still like they're running, but they're not like they're still in state. You know what I'm saying? Like for the most part, I was like, you gotta like I've never hear like none of these guys actually make it fully out the country or anything like that. Like it's like, yeah, you know, we had an extradition from Japan. I'll be like, all right, man, hey, at least you tried. You tried. Like, I don't know. I be hearing these things going on. You get full out guilty.
Nigga, right around the corner.
Get football numbers. And I'm like, bro, like you didn't think.
Facts.
Son, they called you out on academics. You should have been out of there. Like as soon as I heard, I would have check it out, and I would have seen, my face anywhere. I am gone. I don't know what you're trying to do here, son. Like I'm just telling you, I'm gone. Like I'm not trying to. For the record, I'm not out here committing no crimes, but. You know, in case, I might have to give myself a running chance. Like if it's that deep, like if it's bro, let alone it's just any human being, but it's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, everybody's gonna be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? The deep man. As soon as it happens, I'm already looking for a PJ. Like I'm trying to get a PJ out the joint. Like hopefully I got enough bread to get the PJ out the country. Hey, you could just drop me off, brother. You could just, hey, what time you want to fly back? I'm not. I'm not. Matter of fact, I got another flight somewhere else that y'all ain't never gonna see me here. The last place you seen me was here, so they could start here, and I'm gonna be Carmen San Diego. I'm gone. Like, I don't understand it, bro. Like, how? How, son? Like,
I don't know, man. Niggas is different these days because I would have been out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
you would have to come get me from Jamaica, fucking England. I'm out. And Mexico, Canada.
Yeah, man. And like, I'll say this, man. You gotta at least have the lawyer money or just really be willing to face whatever you're willing to face for whatever crime you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because it is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Let's go with P&B situation, right? Kid got sent on a dummy mission. You know what I'm saying? So Pops gets jammed up, right? You got the little Jit's jammed up for sure. He's gonna be a lifer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Mom's looking like she got into it, so she's
mom too.
Yeah. All three of them are arrested. Like apparently, I think for either harboring them, I don't know, but she's a part of it somehow, and they got her in the mix. I just thought it was Pops and son, you know what I mean? But they got her in the mix for sure. She's arrested, and she ain't getting nothing out. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it might have been. Like, you might have got close to 60, 80K, maybe 100K of jewelry. Maybe you went crazy that day. I don't know. I don't know how the jewelry looked. But, like, let's say you get 100K worth of that jewelry. Since it's hot jewelry, it's only, like, going to be a couple thousand now. So you cut off, like, you might only get 10% of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now, how much is that 10,000, right? Gonna hold y'all three down in this scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like the only other way you could have pulled something off like that is if I know a jeweler that'll bust it down and melt it up. Yeah, bust it down and melt it up and get rid of everything. Like nothing happened. Like, it's just like, what's the name? You know how niggas boost cars and they have their chop shop. So you might have a jewelry version of a chop shop. You never know. Like that's just not open to the public, and that's just what they do. But it didn't seem like they had that planned either. So it's like, yeah, you kind of just gotta think like all the numbers and obviously they sent the kid to do a man's job, and that was super stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a dumb.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, P&B. You know what I'm saying? Like you just sent the kid on a super dummy mission. So I look at that scenario like, man, I'm glad I did get to see, you know what I'm saying, Offset like fully loaded on, like he wasn't fully loaded, but team, you know what I'm saying, security, all that. They did their thing. Like what did Andre 3000 and Big Boy said back in the day on MTV Cribs or something like that? It was MTV. It's like, yeah, run up on Hammer. See what happens if you run up on Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Like, You just gotta I didn't mind it. It was just like at first I was like, God damn, but at the same time I was like, no, I get it. Like, you know, you might get recognized, somebody might try something stupid, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you really don't, you know, you got one life to live and you gotta live it to your fullest. So and those guys, I gotta give them their props. But yeah, back to that guy, I heard he only had like 1,500, you know, like in his bank account, and he's like a DJ, and like apparently he was asking for like government assistance. He's got a public defender. It's not looking good for.
So how did he end up shooting Takeoff?
That's the part I don't know.
How did he end up shooting Takeoff?
That like apparently I think
he was a DJ. He's a DJ.
Yeah, that guy's a DJ too. Yeah,
was he really the one that did it?
There's apparently there's two people, but I think he's the one that did the killing blow. Like I think what happened was I from what I heard, I think Takeoff might have been a mediator because he was near the situation, even though he was like in the back near the situation. Dude comes up. I think he tries to pop at the DJ. DJ pops back at him, but he uses Takeoff as a shield. From what I heard, this is all speculative. Honestly, if you really want to go solve this shit, just watch Academics like 5-hour fucking little breakdown. These niggas solve this shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like I didn't even watch it. I was listening to it like about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I was like, damn, these niggas really breaking this shit down. It was just in my one ear. I was just like, damn, these niggas has got calls coming in, finding
boxed in private eyes.
Yeah, man. That Instagram private eye is crazy too, though. Like they get all of it, but boxing be really killing it.
Dog, cops.
I mean, honestly,
cops don't be doing their jobs.
Honestly,
they just be watching social media nowadays. And be
honestly,
like, oh shit!
If you really wanted,
let's go get them, boys.
Dog, that's probably the easiest like gig right now is to be a detective. Like, hey, bro, hey, listen, I'm just gonna be on social media all day. I'll solve this joint tonight. Tonight,
give me a little bit. Give me a little bit, my nigga.
Yeah, I'm saying,
go comb the crime scene.
Hey, my bad. Hey,
see what you come up with, Jim.
Hey, my bad. Hey, I couldn't get that done tonight. Academics is coming on tomorrow, so I'm gonna wait for
Give me a good 3 days. I'm gonna have this shit wrapped up. No taxpayer money, nigga.
Between all these other guys, and man, we just gonna go to their live chats. I'm just gonna sit in. I'll pay a couple donations to find out. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I promise you, it's probably the easiest job, man. Probably the easiest job. Oh, another thing on a legal matter, man. And it's not current, but T.I. said,
"Oh my God, yes, yes, T.I.
Yeah, man. T.I. said he snitched on.
That's a moral thing.
Yeah,
that's a moral thing because 22 G's, I think, did the same thing, right?
Snitched on his dead cousin.
Yeah, dead snitched on his dead homie. I mean, well, not snitched on his dead homie, he put it on his dead homie.
Yeah, he put it on his dead homie. But T.I.'s explanation was that his cousin was already dead, though.
Yeah, so was the other nigga.
All right. And then
that's the thing. And then
they said
it's a moral thing.
And Baby's brother did that to his homie, Gangster Williams.
Yeah, but they stopped talking to Baby's brother. They treated it different. It's one of those. It's a moral principle. This is one of those classic moral principle versus situational reality.
I ain't gonna lie. If there's a statement saying, "All right, look," if I'll even say this like this. I'll even put this on wax. But you know what I'm saying? If my trajectory ain't to have like a statue or some type of foundation in my name or something that, you know, my name is actually being used to make money while I'm gone. All right, yeah, you know, go ahead and put it on me. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep because after a while, people are gonna forget. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I'm
already dead,
no. But if you have
me personally,
no. If you have like a school named after you or something with your name on it, don't tarnish that. You know what I'm saying?
There's
like,
two different sides.
You feel what I'm saying, right?
I have two conflicting sides of the story, right?
Yeah.
Right? If I'm the nigga that's dead, go ahead and do it, right? But I couldn't do it if I was the one that's alive, putting it on somebody dead. Like, it's weird.
If we talked about it beforehand, I don't know, it's a little different.
Yeah, okay. If we talked about it beforehand, like, yo, look, my nigga, whatever, blah, 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 put it on me.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But it's like one of those more like, I don't think he should have talked about it.
Yeah, I think he probably should have left that one alone.
Because people have been saying he was a snitch, and now this is like confirmation bias. Yeah. Oh yeah, this nigga is a snitch.
Yeah, he probably should have left that one. He definitely donated that one. It's like, thanks T.I. for the topic. But I'll say this: if it's pre-discussed for any reason, like, all right, look, man, if one of us get jammed up or whatever like that, and you know,
what if it's not pre-discussed?
If it's
what
not
what if like he said, T.I. said his lawyer just was like, yo, we can just say your dead cousin did it.
I don't know if I really could. You know what I'm saying? That would be that's a super tough one. I don't think I could really do that one like that. But like I said, if it all depends on how well do it. Obviously, if me and cousins doing crime together, like, you know what I'm saying, like, obviously I would probably know my cousin.
It's a few different ways, few different perspectives, definitely talking about this.
Like he said he basically talked to his dead cousin. His dead cousin was like, yeah, put it on me. But that's a whole different discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like, if it was pre-discussed beforehand, I really got no problem with it. You know what I mean?
It's not pre-discussed. This is what he's saying.
Yeah. Wasn't pre-discussed.
I think he was saying like he talked to his dead cousin like,
nigga, you really
in a dream, or like,
yeah, in a dream.
In a dream, he talked to his dead cousin.
Yeah, like, that's what it means.
Fuck all that, nigga. Hey, man.
Yeah,
you were at the precipice of either making millions or going to jail for a very long time.
I'll say this: his situation, his case, is a lot different because literally, it's not just you're being free. Like, you could be free and make lots of changes for a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? That is
for sure.
That is a lot different. Like, you're literally affecting multiple lives, not just one or two, but like everything you touching is damn near Midas at this point in time. You know what I mean? Movies, TV, all of this. So that one, I could say, okay, you know, I still could give T.I. a pass for that. It's crazy. And not a full pass. I could, you know what? It's not even a pass. I could understand.
I can understand. But I wouldn't say, yeah, go do this.
No, I wouldn't really do that either, because it's like,
he was wilding for being in that situation.
Oh, the whole guns thing? Yeah,
that's nuts. The amount of artillery on that plane.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. He thought he was Rollo. This nigga thought he was Rollo. You know what I'm saying? But no, I think like it is a thin line when it comes to that one. But like I said, pre-discussed, if we just, you know, we all smoking blunts and we just got some what if theories talking together, and you know, or even before you get into whatever you getting into, like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, if I get jammed up, you get jammed up, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. And you know what I'm saying?
Stick to the script.
Stick to the script. And then if one of us go out before the other, we just put it on other so we can get up out of here and get to this open thing. You know, play fair. You know, none of this, I'm going to get you while you in the iron curtains. You're not going to get me behind the iron curtains. It's laissez-faire. We work together, but natural causes, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to go ahead and put it on you or put it on me. Now, the other part of that is, too, now, even if somebody gave me the clearance, right, I would still think about the overall effect of what that would do to that person and family and the whole thing like that. I would think about that.
It's really not going to do nothing, bro.
No, I'm talking, but I'll say this.
Other than, oh, man, he did this, but he's dead.
No. I'll say this, though, but like, if you have certain things that can get affected, like if you got some type of residual money based off that name coming up and that could potentially tarnish it, you know what I'm saying?
That's one thing.
That's definitely a different thing. I wouldn't suggest anybody do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, you kind of going to be messing up a lot of outside people's money. You know what I mean? Like, respectfully, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it, like I said, if this person has a foundation or something like that.
Yeah, that was wild out. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, whoa.
Or shit. Let's even go with this. They might even get a local little statue going on.
It's a can of.
You don't want to.
That's a can of worms because.
Yeah, like if that person's about to have like a whole statue and stuff like that, I'm like, even though they gave me the clearance, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. You feel me? Like, it's just like, I'm really going to be messing up their whole joint. But I feel like I would have to get clearance for that no matter what. Like, I got to feel like it's
yeah, his mama got to tell me it's okay or some shit.
Yeah, like, hey, man.
You feel me? Like, none of this talk to the fuck out of here. His mama got to come to me and be like, yo.
What if mom was like, go ahead and drop that bag and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
1,000%.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Respect it.
He was like, hey,
respect it.
Like, all right, old girl does need some bread. I ain't out here no more. I would be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Drop a, you know, the million there real quick, you know, or a couple, you know, 76ers, you feel me? 7 digits or 6 digits, a couple high ones, and you know, I'll go ahead and just give that blessing and we good. Like, you know what I'm saying? His mom should not want for nothing if he got to clear that.
Hell no.
Like, one of those, like, all right, you know what? That's the trade-off. Like, my name is kind of dirty, but you know what I'm saying? Old girl, people good. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that move for sure. But T.I. though, yeah, that's the toughest. That was the most. Like, he really shouldn't have said that one though. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Boy, at least he ain't beefing with Kodak no more for that one, because that would have been tough. That nigga would have dropped expeditiously too. You know, he'd have dropped the second one on him real quick. But I mean, damn. Imagine the rap game without T.I. and Young Thug's verse. Was that around that time, or that was after? No, that was before. That gun charge was before, right?
Yeah, it was before. Way before. Oh shit! That.
So we would have never got if it ain't about the money. If he got jammed up for that one.
You wouldn't have got Live Your Life. None of them songs.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that would have been tough. That would have been a rough one.
Yeah, like.
Hey, I hope his aunt got some good bread. That's why I'm hoping out this situation. I hope the aunt got some good bread out of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that's what really unfolded. You know what I'm saying? Or if he had, like, you know, wife and kids or something like that, I hope they good too. You know what I mean? I'm hoping, like, whoever is
yeah, he gotta be
next to that cousin, straight. Like,
gotta be.
That person needs to be Memphis bleaked out for sure. Yeah, man. But in other topics, man, I seen that Nas actually owns like 50% of Dead Presidents.
Oh yeah. I think I seen that too.
Yeah, actually, it was
Searchlight.
Yeah, Search.
DJ Search finally
spilled the full beans.
Spilled the full beans and explained the whole story about it.
Yeah, he was on Math Hoffa's show actually. So yeah, he was ended up breaking it down. But now when you really think about it,
cap. That's what that was. That whole line about I know who I paid God, Searchlight Publishing was all cap.
Yeah, he paid to use it, but also you still get producer credit. So I think he only paid $2,000 for it at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? That still is a lot of money, I guess.
He paid to be able to use it, but he still has to pay Nas
50% of the publishing because his voice is all over it. I want the presidents to represent me. What? So really, you know, he got
it was all cap.
Yeah, so it's a part of the beat. So I think he had to give, like, I'm pretty sure Jay-Z and maybe the producer, but at that point in time, it was Jay-Z's like first album. So he probably had to give up a full 50%, even if it's off the production side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure it's off the written side too. He probably got 25,
yeah.
and then the beat.
I'm telling you, Nas is making more. Yeah, Nas is making more off of that. Yeah, but Jay-Z. Nas is a real nigga. He ain't even be like, nah, nigga, you capping. He just was like, all right, whatever.
Even after the condom and the baby seat line.
Listen, that goes further into the sussification, how I think Jay-Z has been sus. His whole... Listen, bro, like, every move this nigga makes is sus. Starting from what he did at Rockefeller, what he did to Jazzo, what he did at Rockefeller, to Dame, and to Biggs, right? then the whole shit with the Brooklyn Nets and all the jobs and this, that, and the third, and the blah, blah, blah. All he did was re-gentrify that part of Brooklyn and got all them people out.
And what about a meal? I'm joking, but seriously, like, many will fall, though. Many will fall being next to Jay-Z at times. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z told Colin Kaepernick, we off that when it comes to the kneeling stuff, and then they go ahead and kill George Floyd. What else?
Jerry Jones had to kneel.
He had an opportunity maybe to do something with the Kyrie Irving situation, and instead of potentially helping him out, what does he go do? He goes and tries to buy the Redskins with Jeff Bezos. So, I mean, I guess I get, and then like it's just like, yo, he goes and tries to help rich people. Like 21 Savage got money, you know. Lauren London had to come out and said, no, we don't need your money. You know, Nipsey did very well and his kids are straight.
Yeah.
And then he like
the only time
runs over poor people. Like it just seems crazy to me.
I'll give him this, I guess. I don't know about. I did hear about
Tiffany ads with the blood diamonds and all of that stuff, and the Basquiat that they're not supposed to have.
I did hear about the Nipsey Hussle thing. I'll say this: he did buy Nipsey's first album, like 100 copies, like the $100 ones or whatever, like that. He did do that.
That's different. I'm not talking about that.
But besides that, like, he didn't need it. After a certain while, Nipsey was definitely doing his thing. Like, you don't have like that Crenshaw store and other businesses running as you're running and be broke. Like, he was totally fine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he had the wherewithal for the whole like life insurance thing too. I feel like he was on that. You know what I'm saying? He was set up straight.
Yeah. So but here comes Jay-Z trying to set up a trust for Nipsey's kids. Like,
nah, I think
look what I did for you. Look what I'm doing for them. Like, they don't need it.
He already had that together. So
how about you help all of those people in Brooklyn that you displaced?
Yeah, that one. I mean, people didn't pull the wool over people's eyes when it came to that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say this.
Or Tidal.
I kind of seen that one coming. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that one was like, I see that business. He's gonna have to sell that one. Like, people were trying to be like, yeah, listen to Tidal. I was like, you're like one of like 100 people that has Tidal that I know has either Apple Music or like, and then 1 out of every 10, like maybe 2 out of every 10 people has
Apple Music got like 90% of the market share.
Yeah, so like realistically,
then there's Spotify.
Yeah, I'm saying Spotify is like, out of the crowd that I have, is like probably 3 or 4 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll probably use it just because they don't feel like paying for Apple Music. Like, I know a lot of people that just don't feel like paying for Apple Music, so they'll just deal with Spotify for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people that do that, but not as much as people are on Apple Music still. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got an iPhone, chances are you're on Apple Music just out of the convenience of being on your phone and calling out. You know, if you're on just driving around, just calling out what the tune is and just get it on, or whatever playlist, and you can just get it on in a second. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like it's just Jay. Yeah, he's shaky at times, to say the least, when it comes to. But at the same time, there is some people where he says he's gonna hold them down too. And he's held him down. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever he said on Wax he's holding down, I haven't heard nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? On Wax, he's like, hey, this dude's coming back, holding him down. Bleak, I'm holding him down. So it's a two-sided thing when it comes to that. At least I'll give him that little bail, you know, playing devil advocate again. He'll hold down the people he says on Wax that he'll hold down. But like I said, some of the business dealings, definitely kind of shaky. You know what I'm saying? You definitely called it out. And I was in Brooklyn one time, and definitely a few local rappers speaking on that. I was like, damn, Mario, you think one thing, and then when you get there, it's like, nah, it's not like that. Actually, there's a lot of people, like you said, displaced from, when it came to the Nets. And this is like right when the Brooklyn Nets building just opened, maybe that season, like a few months in. So like a lot of people were dealing with that. So like, a lot of new people loved it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a tourist at that point in time. I have a lot of family there, but I'm a tourist. Like I don't pull up there a lot. So, I was there, even though I was there for like 2 weeks on this one. This might have been a 2-weeker, 3-weeker, you know what I mean? But just even pulling into town and doing that, like, there was a lot of people speaking on it. They were just like, yeah, man, a lot of my aunt, this person. Yeah, I'm like, damn, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But you only know what you know being from out of town, you know what I'm saying? Only when you step in there, you'll really get to feel that, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, but there is some get back with Nas though. Like I said, he was able to get back. He was able to ultimately, I guess he won that battle. You know what I'm saying? Like Ether plus getting that 50% all that whole time. So you know what I'm saying? Like shoot. And I think he ended up and during the whole what's the name? He ended up getting back on that beat too, right? Like on a freestyle too. With on Dead Presidents, he had like a third version or some shit like that. Dead Presidents 3, yeah, like he had 1 and 2 anyway. So that's reoccurring bread all the time. You know what I'm saying? So like, damn, 1 and 2, and then there was a third one right before that movie came out with Frank Lucas, American Gangster. So like. He ended up like doing a freestyle before that, like for all that promo and stuff like that. So he made like a quote unquote mixtape ish Dead Presidents 3. But in today's day, it would have been out on Apple Music and everywhere for people to listen to. Yeah. And Nas would have got paid again. Because you really can't take off the hook. You really can't. Like nobody, like maybe nowadays people will try it, but you might just ruin the whole series of the song. You know what I'm saying? Like that might just dead the whole thing.
Yo, did Nas like coin the term "dead presidents," or was that already a thing?
I'm not sure if the movie was out or not.
No. The song came out before the movie for sure. Did it? I'm talking about the term "dead presidents."
Yeah,
is that like?
I think that might be a Nas thing, or at least he definitely made it mad.
Like how Jalen Rose is the first Jalen. You know what I mean?
It's very possible. It's very possible. I think honestly, I don't recall nobody talking about dead presidents. Maybe Rakim might have said some shit. Like, because I feel like he's that type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I feel like he's just that type of nigga. It's like, dead president. You know what I'm saying? It's like some shit like that. But I don't know Rakim's whole discography or Big Daddy Kane. I'll give one of those two might have said it before, but to coin a whole song like that, I'm giving it to Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there was some other shit I was reading up before on the pod before we hopped on, man.
What?
There was this guy on Joe Rogan's show, like just quickly, like on a clip, he was just like, "There's just no way the Rock at 50 years old is not on steroids."
Yeah, he's on steroids.
Yeah, I'm like, for sure he's on steroids.
Yeah, he's on steroids. Like this is like, I didn't even think that was a discussion.
Yeah, I was like, that's easy.
I thought everybody just like, yeah, this nigga's juicing.
Like for sure. Like I don't think that's like even surprising.
I mean, I know he's Samoan and stuff like that, and he could be an anomaly, but man, listen.
I mean,
that nigga is on the stuff.
To me, it's like, why wouldn't he be? Because, like, in my personal opinion, right?
Did he ever say he was natural?
I don't think he ever like talks. He talks about how he eats more than anything. Like, yeah, I eat.
I never actually heard. I never heard him say he was like, to get that massive, bro.
Nah, he's big as fuck.
Son. He's huge.
Yeah, he's big. Son. Don't get it twisted. I've actually one time surprisingly worked out with him. surprisingly, like this is like my workout years where me and my homeboy Kevin, we hit the gym. This is like the dead area times, and this is NFL lockout too. So Sean, not Sean Springs, but I think it might have been Sean Springs or something like that. One of those fucking young cornerbacks plus like the trainer Terry Kirby plus this fool The Rock. Like before they're in there, me and my homeboy, we the biggest in there, so we feel good, cocky. These fools walk in, all the sauce is gone in a second. I'm like, damn. First of all, I thought we were the biggest in there, and these fools just came in with a whole different bankroll, just shut down the game. But we ended up, they just was cool. We hopped in on different sets and just started working out with them because I already knew Terry and shit like that. But that fool Rock came in massive, son. Like that fool.
This is Hercules times.
This is Hercules / like Pain and Gain, like right around that time. So he was, you know what I'm saying? Like that boy was just yoked. You know what I mean? So like we say, cock these. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he was ridiculously huge in Hercules, bro.
But
like, it didn't even make no sense how big he was.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was big, yo. So for me, I was just like, even if he's juicing or not, like he's not playing the pro sport. So like, you know what I mean? Like he's just acting, and chances are he's playing roles that he needs to be that big or look that way. So kind of was just like, it kind of makes sense for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it ain't affecting your body like that, you're able to wake up.
His knees is probably screaming.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, it's like, from all that wrestling back in the day, yeah, he probably got some clicking going on, you know what I'm saying? But overall, like, he ain't doing nothing too physical, like, just, you know.
Just ain't holding around all that weight.
Oh, yeah. But you do that with some cardio. You know what I'm saying? And I think he does like his little light runs and shit like that. So to quote unquote stay lean and all that extra shit. So I think overall, as long as he's able to, you know, do what he need to do as a man, and he ain't waking up in some type of crazy pain or something like that or whatever. Hey man, more power to you, dog. Go ahead and do your cycles, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen Black Adam, but hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to check that out. But yeah, I seen that shit though. Like, and I think I seen a clip of his finger broke. Like, and yeah, he was just like, yeah, you know, we're just gonna, like, he was on set. He was like, the director's like, man, you're all right. You're gonna need some time off. It's okay, man. He was like, nah, we're just gonna break it back, set it back in place, and I'm gonna get right back on the scene. And this shit was bent, like literally. You ever seen a 90-degree angle on a ring finger?
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad the whole way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
All them football players got crazy fingers, man. Like Marcellus Wiley.
Oh yeah, it looked like they be throwing up gang signs just like on a daily basis. It's crazy. Like
fingers be going clockwise, bro. Like
Torrey Holt, him. There's a few guys. Who's the McFarlane?
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, all their fingers is just jacked, dog. Like I've seen some fingers.
Shannon, all of them football players got retardedly crazy fingers. Shaq do too, though.
Yeah, Shaq. But you got to think Shaq was like football fingers because everybody's coming all the way. Like, you know how like you're coming down from like all the way swatting down on, and we're talking about like some dudes is jumping on this fool. Like on his hands, and we're talking about everybody's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not
all
just
their force,
every game, 82 games,
and your hand is a part of the ball.
Yeah, hands a part of the ball. Hands part of the ball. Like yo, so like he had to deal with it at least like, and that's 90s basketball. So he was getting it like bad. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if Shaq was just a regular sized person getting that beating. It would look like a murder scene. So his fingers would look like a murder scene. It looked like people were just jumping him every game, dog. Like it would look bad if he wasn't that big. You know what I mean? So
yeah, those niggas was getting
he got paid for it though.
Destroyed back in the 90s.
He definitely got paid
early
for it.
2000s.
No, that's fact though. Sick. Oh yeah, you got some?
Nah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right,
we could close shop on this one. Till next time, everybody. This has been another episode of the Lightly Seasoned Podcast. Peace out.
All right, peace.